Be at the top of the list for the best credit union in the hearts of the communities we serve.
1819 News.
The mayor of Sylacauga, Jim Heigl, is defending the city council president, Tiffany Nix, for shutting down discussion with Sylacauga residents over the influx of Haitian migrants there. Heigl spoke on WOTM's Daybreak show about the ground rules that were set by Nix ahead of that meeting. Heigl said that since it got louder and louder at the meeting, the council president decided it was time to shut it down. Heigl also took on those he labeled as keyboard warriors, who he says are operating out of ignorance while posting on social media. Heigl says he's working to find out if the Haitian migrants have jobs or not, and that there will be a public meeting for question and answer on September 24th with 3 different state lawmakers attending. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
Where I was living was not a great place to live anymore. I began to pray for a place to go, praying for all of these things that a 9-year-old would want. I wanted horses, big house with a bunch of people my age. I wanted parents. I wanted a mom and a dad. Before I even prayed it, the Lord had already answered my prayer with the Big Oak Ranch. Who would that 9-year-old be if she never came to the Big Oak Ranch? I would be trying to fight for survival instead of fighting to break a cycle.
Big Oak Ranch, a Christian home for children needing a chance.
A man from Grand Bay is being sentenced to 15 years in prison following a second conviction involving child pornography. The sentence against Jedediah Allen came this week from U.S. District Judge Jeffrey Beaverstock. The investigation into Allen started back in 2022 and involved the social media platform Facebook and a 6-year-old victim. Further investigation revealed more of the child pornography on Allen's electronic devices. A veteran's home in Enterprise will be opening its doors officially this coming Friday. The Command Sergeant Benny G. Adkins Veteran Home is a 182,000 square foot nursing facility that is capable of housing 174 residents. The first round of 20 veterans will move in this coming October. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your market report. So far this year, over 3,300 homes have sold and closed in the River region with an average price of $260,000. Over 60% of these homes sold in 60 days or less and sold for 98% of list price. So, 2 forces are at work right now. First, we have more inventory of homes now than we've had in 4 years. Second, we also have the lowest interest rates in 15 months for VA, FHA, and conventional loans, and this helps sellers and buyers. In addition, sellers are more willing to negotiate favorable terms for buyers than I've seen in over 4 years. So the objection from potential sellers, where would we go if we sold our house? Well, now you have more homes to view than we've had in a long, long time. Why wait? For more information or a written report, call Bo Goodson at 221-2883 or the Goodson Group at 551-0225.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
After damning politicians uphill and down dale for many years as rogues, vagabonds, frauds, and scoundrels, I sometimes suspected, like everyone else, I often expect too much of them.
It's all Fugazi. You know what Fugazi is?
Fugazi. It's a fake.
Yeah, Fugazi, Fugazi. It's a wazi, it's a woozy, it's a fairy dust. It doesn't exist. It's never landed. It is no matter. It's not on the elemental chart. It's not real. Right?
That's how you conduct yourself in a democracy?
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. I'm your host, Joey Clark. My trusty sidekick, Eddie Bader, here in the house. How you doing today, Eddie?
I'm doing well. How you doing, bro?
How's that stomach of yours?
On the mend.
On the mend?
On the mend.
You got a bug or something?
No, just poor, healthy eating choices, Joey.
Turn your camera some there. Little more. So poor, healthy eating choices,
Yeah,
or unhealthy
lack of,
eating?
Healthy eating choices, yes.
What are we talking about here? Fast food?
Started yesterday for lunch. I had a milkshake.
Yeah.
Dairy Queen.
Mm-hmm.
circled back in the drive-thru.
You circled back in the drive-thru.
To pick up some onion rings because they smelled delicious.
High quality stuff. That's high quality nutrition. Hey, what kind of milkshake?
It was vanilla because
vanilla.
My stomach wasn't feeling that great. And I needed something to settle it.
You just wanted the vanilla, the chocolate.
The chocolate, I needed vanilla to settle it.
There was no way you were getting a dip cone.
I really thought about it, but again, I went to my stomach's already not feeling great.
Right. So you just did some soft serve vanilla ice cream.
Yep, basically. It was delicious.
No, it is delicious, yeah. But then you topped that with...
Well, later on, I had the onion rings, and then...
How long in between the milkshake and the onion ring?
Oh, right there, back in the drive-thru.
You just...
Yeah, I mean, I circled.
You didn't order
as soon as we took, I had to get on the road, circle the drive-thru back around. And they acted like they were surprised, but they weren't rude. I'll give them that. They weren't rude about it. They like, hey, fat boy alert. They didn't say that. They're just like, well, hey, all right.
We'll take your money, sir. Here's some onion rings we just fried up 20 minutes ago.
Last night, about 3 o'clock, it all just come to a volcanic.
Well, I'm sorry you're going through that. Yeah. I'm already sorry you're going through that. Now, there's so much to get to today.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Robin DiAngelo. She is, a known grifter in the race space.
Yes, she is.
Like getting like 15 grand a pop for appearances to tell people how racist they are and how white people are just inherently...
Seriously white guilt out there, yeah.
It's crazy. Well, she is a centerpiece of this new documentary film being released in theaters. It's playing out at the Chantilly Theaters this afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're playing right now, actually, a showing called Am I Racist? Matt Walsh. It's his sequel.
Yeah. I've been watching clips of that.
Yeah, it's a sequel to What is a Woman?
Mm-hmm.
And the centerpiece of Am I Racist is he gets an interview with Robin DiAngelo.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And gets her to pay his producer, who's black, reparations.
Oh, man.
Since then, DiAngelo has put out a statement on her appearance in Am I Racist and felt she was, something was odd because Matt was wearing an ill-fitting wig.
Yeah, well, it's pretty obvious.
I realized that they had lied about their agenda and I had been played. They paid you 15 grand.
Do you think she really pays that much attention?
No, I think she got caught red-handed like a lot of people in this movie.
She saw 15 grand and said, yeah, what do you think?
And I just feel like there are a lot of folks walking around, black and white and all other different races, that don't know the extent of this crap. They just think, it's just a right-wing thing.
Sure.
No, it is, I think, a fake religion. Well, a cult-like religion because it's so new. But we'll get into that and her response. Her disavowal of it, and I was tricked, actually reads like a great advertisement to go see the movie.
Well, one of the clips I saw, basically at the end, it said toddlers can be racist.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that was my takeaway.
Right. Alleged ABC whistleblower promises explosive evidence Harris was given questions in advance and knew she wouldn't be fact-checked.
Does that surprise you, Joey?
A judge in Georgia, dismisses 3 counts in Trump's Georgia election interference case.
Yeah, this morning.
New DOJ stats show spike in violent crime under Biden-Harris. But I thought the ABC people at the debate said, oh, wait,
actually, crime is down.
Right. Yeah, it's down. Right. Lies, damn lies, and statistics.
Right.
Congress, as we were mentioning yesterday, says the FBI slow rolling information about the would-be Trump assassin. And essentially saying that there are worse things than anybody can realize. Of all people, Richard Blumenthal, who's a longtime Democrat, came out and said the American people will be absolutely astounded and shocked, which, like, why is Blumenthal running out there with this?
Do you really think, though, the average citizen, because we all wear tinfoil hats now, are going to be that shocked?
No, but it makes me go, why is a guy like that singing so quickly?
Oh.
And then Josh Hawley is also saying he has a Secret Service whistleblower that's going to blow the lid on this whole thing. Senator Hawley. Also, in just everyday news, Boar's Head shuts down Virginia plant tied to listeria deaths.
There's big issues with that, man.
That is a massive, it's a massive brand. It's a popular brand for good reason, but that's...
not just Boarhead, but they produce a lot out of there, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so...
And, of course, it's still trending. Hashtag Elon is creepy. because he made a jovial tweet about Taylor Swift endorsing Kamala. And
I saw the tweet. I didn't think that. I thought he's creepy for many other reasons.
And, you know, this is the usual passive-aggressive crap from the awful crowd, the affluent white female
one that
liberals.
accept everyone?
Yeah, like anybody who don't... He's creepy. It's like, I don't want to touch you with a 10-foot pole, you witch.
Mm.
Meanwhile, while everybody's calling him creepy, SpaceX Polaris Dawn and Dragon finds itself 1,400 kilometers above Earth. This is the farthest humans have traveled since the Apollo program 50 years ago.
Oh, wow.
And the images are just remarkable. Truly remarkable stuff happening in the world. Also, a big tech researcher. You know this guy, Epstein? Robert Epstein is his name.
Yeah.
He's the one who did detailed coverage years ago about how Google was manipulating search results in order to favor Hillary Clinton and favor other certain interests.
Yeah, I watched him a little bit on the Rogan.
Yeah, he has what he calls, he's like, I'm about to do a meltdown, Joe.
I know.
So we've got the clip. It's a little unnerving what the man says. Add it to the Clinton conspiracy.
Seeing his facial, watching that.
Yeah.
And Joe's like, I've never had anybody, that's going to prepare for a meltdown. And you can tell this dude is struggling to get this out. And his story is about his wife.
Yeah. There's also a massive censorship bill to fight misinformation in Australia. And one of their MPs, one of their members of parliament, is speaking up against it. We'll get into that because I think that could be a preview of what could come here in the United States. You might go, well, what about the First Amendment? It's on the paper and the courts have upheld it. Okay. How many other things have been written down on paper that you take for granted that they have just done away with? While still claiming the right is being upheld. They get to have their cake and eat it too. They get to violate your rights while still pretending they're upholding your rights.
Mm-hmm.
You better believe this sort of control of information is exactly what the establishment, the ruling class, would like to do. Also, Pope Francis came out and said, all religions are paths to reach God. And some folks are quoting scripture right back to him about the way, the truth, and the light. But I would say that Thomas Aquinas and C.S. Lewis want to have a word in. As a Catholic, I'm not surprised by what the Pope said.
Really?
Yeah, C.S. Lewis described it as like, you get to a chamber in a lot of different ways. The chamber has many doors, but there's no warmth or satisfaction or final destination in the chamber in the anteroom. To get to the door where there's warmth and fellowship and all that, yeah, you have to accept Christ. But there are a lot of many paths
to get there.
To getting there. That the point is that God is God, no matter the culture. That human beings are made in the image and likeness of God, no matter the culture or the faith they're raised in. And that because God is God and human beings are made in the image and likeness of that God, truth, even when misunderstood, is still universal. And there are ways men have touched on the truth throughout history. Like the question of all the men that came before, say, Christ.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to those guys? And it brings up all sorts of interesting theological discussions. Of course, the reaction is just revealing a lot of old Christian schisms on display. So, we might jump into that. That might be all I have to say about it today. However, here's what I want to get to. You mentioned to me there's now a trend with wives and their husbands on TikTok.
Yeah.
Since we're all into TikTok trends these days.
Yes.
I saw this, a week or two ago?
Yeah.
And I love that people are now trending. Here's the actual video that started it all.
If I snap my fingers, you forget that you were ever gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Wait, no, stop.
Yes.
No, stop.
Yep.
I was never gay.
Okay.
No, I was never gay.
Sure.
You can't just state something, then snap your fingers and then be like, I was never gay.
If you say so.
Yes, Joey. That is the clip, I believe, that started it all.
If I snap my fingers,
so
I'll never have been gay.
There are wives doing this to husbands, and most husbands, let it go for a couple of seconds, and they go,
what are you talking about?
I wasn't gay.
I never was.
And like, oh my God, it worked. It worked, and some people get a little more upset than most husbands. Most husbands laugh it off, grab their husband or grab their wife, go in for a little, little
right.
But some get very upset. I predict there will be some domestic violence over this.
Oh, and by the way, you know, all the silly stuff going on, like snap my fingers, you've never been gay.
Ja.
Or they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, eat the cat.
Mm-hmm.
All that silly stuff going on. We actually have Tim Walz saying Kamala Harris started her career as a young prostituter. He really said it.
You said it?
Yeah. We have further footage of Joe Biden putting on the Trump hat.
I'd love that. Yeah.
And it's kind of like Joe Biden's gone cool pop mode, where he's like,
telling you.
yeah, I am dumb, man. Yeah. Come on, man.
You don't care.
Yeah, I think he really is in the don't care phase.
Yeah.
But as all the silly stuff's going on, Biden, this is the New York Times headline, Biden poised to approve Ukraine's use of long-range Western weapons in Russia. When you see the photos and the videos of Joe Biden ain't approving squat. And this is the big lie underneath so much of what our government is. Biden is not in a position at this point in his life to make that decision. So who is making the decision to use long-range weapons that require a lot of skill and training to actually tune in? The Russians have already come out. Putin himself has come out and said this will be viewed as NATO directly intervening and entering the war, and we will respond accordingly. So a lot of silly crap going on, but right under our noses. And again, for the Times to say Biden poised to approve, give me a break. I keep saying it's all fake.
It is all fake.
There are a lot of very real things in this world, but there's a lot of fake. The cover up the ugly, naked truth that is out there. And, it is Friday. No Craig Monger today again. He was sent on assignment to Sylacauga, so we'll see what happens with him.
Think he's going to stick out a little bit, Sylacauga?
No, actually, I think he'll fit right in. He kind of sticks out everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
so
what I mean. Yeah, he's kind of a bigger
buff,
guy.
Yeah. Man, he must be like really stretching the eccentric on those. Anyway.
I bet right now, honestly, knowing Craig, he's hungry.
Yeah, he's always hungry.
Right.
Look at that body.
Right.
He's always hungry. Like, I want to get fitter than I am, but you do you, man. Like,
there's that threshold, Joey, and I just can't even approach it.
Yeah.
I can't imagine being hungry.
But because it is Friday, and it's Friday the 13th.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
We will go anywhere you like. That's 272-9228, 334-272-9228. And we already have some calls rolling in here. Do you think it's one of the regulars, though?
Yep.
Maybe Soldier Boy, Red Top, Robert, I don't know. You're on the air. Who's this?
You're a winner!
Hey, Soldier Boy. How you
Soldier
doing?
Boy?
Hey, do you know where I can buy a good voodoo doll? I don't have to drive all the way down to New Orleans.
Perhaps. Perhaps.
Like Sylacauga, maybe?
Oh. I see what you did there.
How about Talladega? I'm hard-pressed to believe that this large amount of people suddenly popped up overnight. Why are we hearing about it now? Also, out of the blue.
Well, because the residents are finally speaking up about it, and the officials there
I think they
are talking around
it. Out before they weren't wearing button-down Oxford shirts there with polo, chino pants and a pair of deck shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, they were standing out already. Come on. I mean, we're going to Piggly Wiggly and he asked for a Chihuahua or a Husky, man. Come on. You're starting to give it away. Well, I figured something out. I finally discovered, I'm going to make it short today. Do you know what I hate what I hate worse than a progressive or liberal? The undecided voter.
Oh, really?
If you ain't decided by now, get your head out of your rectum. Because vote either way. But how can you be undecided by now? I mean, what is it?
Okay, I've decided. I'm voting for Chase Oliver.
Ooh, Joey.
That's just wrong. You doing a term paper on it?
That was just wrong.
Do some research here.
Actually, no, I sold Jill Stein on the Breakfast Club promising reparations. I'm going with Stein. Because we're going to settle this thing once and for all.
Do it in New York.
Right. We just write checks, and everybody's going to be happy, and it's settled.
And I noticed one thing about Taylor Swift, too. She always writes songs about guys that have done her wrong and to people that are losers. I guess that's why she's voting and supporting Kamala. Maybe she'll write a song about that. You think?
I don't want to hear it.
You don't want to hear it?
No.
I'll sing it for you.
No.
I wrote it for you.
Oh, God.
I wrote it for you. I got my guitar right here.
Okay.
No. No, I won't do that for you, Joey.
Thank
you.
you.
Enjoy your weekend, man.
Thank you.
All right. Have a good guy.
Goodness gracious. Let's go to line 3. You're on there. Who's this?
Gosh, I was about to say, if you're going to be letting folks play on the air, I'm going to get my guitar out next time I call. We could have a lot of fun. But, yeah, those guys in Silicaga know exactly what's going on. And you've been to Silicaga. You've been to the DeSoto Cavern?
Yeah.
It's cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
well, no,
very cool.
Beautiful.
It's actually kind of hot in there. I was surprised at how warm it got as soon as you walked into that place. But Silicaga is almost no town at all. I don't know where all them people are that they taking them up in the woods, I guess, or something. Where do you even?
No, I got a feeling this is this is not like, oh, we walked across the border and we're going wherever. I think this has more a NGO, nonprofit group, worked with the federal government, and then provided, say, people to fill jobs to a certain big business in the area.
Oh yeah. That's exactly it. Because they came in, they got a TPO on them, and this might be the most legitimate group of immigrants coming in that respect. I mean, they're being bussed in and flown in. They're kind of getting the VIP treatment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they are. Come do what you want.
We certainly aren't going to get that treatment. Aren't the Republicans in the state of Alabama wonderful guys? we got no pot smoke. We got sanctified immigrants coming in. Oh, quick, and let me switch real quick, Joey. The Pope is a tough guy. I may not agree with him much, but he's got to be brave going to all the Muslim countries. And you know what he's doing now? He's trying to get permission for Xi to let him appoint bishops in China, Catholic bishops. And that was allowed, and they're trying to renew the agreement.
Oh, well, I suspect the Chinese communists don't like that, but we'll see.
I'm surprised it's even a discussion at the table, Joey, but goes to show you the power of the Pope. I have not seen one other religious leader, Christian religious leader in the West do what he's doing now. And at 87, that is commendable, at least to try to keep the faith moving and alive in these Muslim countries. So, kudos to him. I don't agree on his socialist policies, but I think this is a good move. And he's done very well with the gay community, too, I think. Made some reasonable and standable decisions. How do you think?
I think it's soft pedaling. I think he needs to still say very clearly it's a sin. If what his point is, we're going to emphasize all sorts of sins are wrong, okay, I can sort of see it. But a lot of this comes across as mealy-mouthed stuff to me.
Oh.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I can see that, but he did say it was a sin. But he wanted to encourage them to come in to help mend their ways, so to speak. But, I mean, that's just the way it goes. And, we know how complicated the Catholic Church is. And do you know how Sacramento got its name? California?
No.
It was named after the seventh sacrament by the Franciscan monks.
Oh.
I did not know that. That's what Jeopardy, one thing Jeopardy's good for. Golly, Moses, they had 2 categories on the Catholic Church history. Now, much as I know, I learned a lot, Joey. So, you guys have a good weekend. Good luck to Auburn and Alabama. Ain't neither one of them going to have a fun weekend.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Wisconsin's actually a heck of a game for Bama.
It's going to be a good one.
They're always a pretty good football team.
Bama's defense had a lot of problems. They didn't win till the end of the game. Of course, that's par for the course with Alabama, but I wish we would stop that. But for the past 50 years, it's been a damn heart attack.
And I almost don't even want to appreciate it, man. I don't want to even talk about my alma mater, Auburn.
What's wrong with that?
After last week?
I'm just shaking the cobwebs out, baby.
Sure. Oh, that was miserable to watch
You
last
tell me
week.
I shouldn't.
I felt like I wasted 3 hours.
I shouldn't iron my Auburn jersey and get ready for
No,
celebration.
you can do whatever you want. Be all excited about it. But that was not fun. It's one thing when a game's close and they lose.
Yeah.
I'd still like, oh, it was a great game. When you have, 5 turnovers?
Awful. Thorn in my side.
Let's go to line 4. You're on there. Who's this?
Well, hello.
Hey, Paul, what's up, buddy?
I'm already know who I'm going to vote for.
Hmm.
Joey's going to be president.
Oh.
Sky Mosey for vice president. And my Bubba from the south side over there, he's going to be Speaker of the House. How about that?
Yeah, sure. Why would you want to punish me that way? I don't want to be the president. They're going to kill me if I become president.
Because the three of you together are going to be invincible, and y'all going to shake things up a whole lot more than what Trump ever thought about.
That's about as believable as this.
I snap my fingers. You forget that you're never gay.
I was never gay.
Exactly.
Hey, it got a good laugh out of us, right?
Yeah, it did do that.
I just love how
But,
upset the other guy is. Wait, you can't just say things.
Look, y'all, both of y'all already know I come from off of the wall and completely from the back field. I don't come from the right field or the left field. I come from as far out back as you can.
Yes, sir.
But think about this. What's two of the largest businesses that are in Sylacauga and Childersburg, where these people would probably be getting jobs at, because there's not a whole lot of industry up that way.
A lot of them are
Y'all
tier one suppliers, tier 1, tier 2 suppliers for Hyundai, Mercedes.
I didn't know that there's any suppliers up there in Childersburg or Sylacauga.
Nemac's up there. They do
Okay.
casting. Yeah. They employ, I could be wrong, but I want to say a couple thousand people.
I know there's a large ice cream place up there, and I know there's a very large paper mill in the other one. But it's been a while since I've been up there. I used to go up there quite a bit, going to and from Talladega, hauling corn. And that's about the two largest that I know. I didn't know that the Hyundai suppliers were up there.
Yeah, Nemac's up there.
Okay, fellas. Y'all have
Appreciate
a grand weekend,
You
and
too,
Roll
Paul.
Tide, go Trump, and War Eagle!
War Eagle, baby!
Appreciate it, Paul. Let's go to line 5. You're on there. Who's this?
Hey, Joe, it's Josh.
Hey, Josh, how you doing, man?
Oh, good, man. I was going to comment on this. Down in Florida, we had a lot of J1 workers that were, the Jamaicans that were coming in.
Yep.
And they did all that, but you had to have sponsorship. Down there, it was the Russian, quote unquote, the Russian mafia that put them up in houses and all the other stuff. So it seems like there's a similar thing that's happening up here. To be able to get that visa, the corporation, company, entity, whatnot that is sponsoring them should be held responsible. So it should be able to track down what's going on. Would seem logical to me.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. The fact that, though, the elected officials really don't have answers at the local level, then try to schlep it off onto the state and senators and whatnot, and they come back and go, well, the federal government didn't tell us about it, and everybody's like, oh, I don't know nothing.
See, it's so easy to say, plausible deniability. I just can't imagine a governor of a state not getting a phone call from somebody. Hey, we're fixing to dump 20,000 people into your state.
They got to get access to be able to come on. I can't, without a Gold Star card or my passport, I can't get on there. So, I don't know. It's just it's convoluted. So, I hope we get some kind of resolution to it before everything turns into chaos.
Well, we shall see. I hope it goes smoothly, but we'll see.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great rest of the afternoon.
You too,
Let's
Josh.
go to line 1. You're on the air. Who's this? Anybody
Is this
there?
me?
Yes, sir.
That's you.
Oh, hey, well, y'all know who I am.
Mhm.
I want to say I love your show, and I love all your callers, man. So here's my 2 cents, right? I think earlier in your show, y'all said something about Taylor Swift, and of course I watch TV. You know, Taylor, she come out with that long thing supporting Harris.
Yeah.
And that was a long way to get to asking your show, you and Eddie, because I'm going to make it short. I'm just going to ask my question or what have you, is do you think her opinions would change if she had a baby?
That's a tough one, Robert. I would think there would be some maturity through her, but at the same time, man, she's just on such a different level than you, me, and
Yeah, I don't
anybody
think
else.
it does.
I don't know. You know, even her having a baby wouldn't.
Because there are a lot of, say, Hollywood celebrities who have children.
Yeah.
They ain't changing
Actually,
their
look.
mind,
Yeah,
too.
good point, Joey. Look at a lot of them. They feel sorry for them.
Yeah, I suspect if
Yeah.
Taylor Swift was a conservative, she couldn't come out with it as straightforward. Or maybe she's just so in the stratosphere that she can say whatever she wants, honestly.
Well, there's one thing for sure. Me, you, and Joey both don't know. All 3 of us don't know what it's like to be a billionaire. But I want to say thank you, Eddie, for jumping in, and Joey, and thank you for letting me ask my question. And I agree with you guys. I see you.
See you, Robert.
Later. 272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by River Region Contracting. And they're at River Region Contracting, Todd Clark and the team, ready to help you with that roof of yours.
Oh, yeah, Joey.
So if you got an asphalt or metal roof, either should be inspected every few years. But Eddie and I have been saying, hey, why not do it every year?
Well, especially now. We just had that storm move through. Still get a little wind today,
Right.
some thunderstorms this weekend. You might be thinking it's been a while.
Yeah, and especially you're hearing bumps in the middle of the night.
Exactly.
You're like,
Hear that shingle flip-flopping?
and it's not like you can go stand outside your house and go, no, it looks fine. Like, kind of got to get up there on the roof.
You really do need to be on the roof.
Don't call the
Inspect it.
Secret Service, call River Region Contracting. But you might be saying, but I can't afford to do an inspection like every year. Well, their inspections are always free.
That's right, Joey.
Always. And their estimates are free. So if they do find an issue, they'll write up, here's what it's going to take to fix it. And they're insurance specialists
That's
at River
right.
Region Contracting. So if they do find a problem your insurance might cover, they can walk you through that claims process and make it a swift and easy experience. So check them out today. That number, 356-8635. That's 356-8635. And be sure to tell Todd and the team there at River Region Contracting that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hi there, I'm Kim Williams with Alabama Home Mortgage.
And I'm Madeline Cannon. It's true, rates aren't as low as they have been for the past couple of years, but there are still many homeowners that could benefit from refinancing their current mortgage. There are a lot of things in life that are out of our control, but your mortgage rate is not one of them. If you currently have an adjustable rate mortgage, then you owe it to yourself to give us a call.
Adjustable rate mortgages make sense for some people in stable markets, but in this wild, ever-changing rate environment, it only makes sense to secure a fixed interest rate. A fixed interest rate will give you the peace of mind that your rate is locked. Your rate will not be subject to change with the political and economic tides.
At Alabama Home Mortgage, you can personalize your term. We offer 8-year to 30-year mortgages and everything in between. Grab your mortgage statement and give us a call.
Call Alabama Home Mortgage, the #1 mortgage lender in Alabama, today at 567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because folks, there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586-36-8, Equal Housing Lender.
You probably know lots of people you trust to mow your lawn or wash your car. But when it comes to electrical work, you're picky. And you should be. See, electricity is complicated and potentially dangerous. The sad truth is, each year there are thousands of home fires caused by faulty wiring. Crosby Electric has been serving the River region for almost 50 years. Their technicians are held to the highest standards in the profession. To wear the Crosby Electric uniform, you have to undergo background checks, rigorous drug testing, continuous education, and safety training. The technicians at Crosby are specialists. They don't do plumbing. They don't fix air conditioners. They simply provide superior electric service in a safe and timely manner. Don't take chances. When you need electrical work, or if you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us online at crosbyelectric.com.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-488-2594. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-488-2594. That's 800-488-2594. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Must qualify for enrollment. Results may vary.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Alabama Wholesale Lumber, the best quality building materials in the River region for decades. From common builds to special orders and local delivery. Call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are not done with the residual tropical moisture from Francis yet. More scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time today and tonight. It'll be windy with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, and today's high up to about 83, tonight's low 70. And even over the weekend, the risk of some leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue Saturday and Sunday, highs in the middle 80s, and a slight chance of more showers Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
John Bobo with Capital Tractor. Have you heard the news? Capital Tractor will soon be moving to a brand new location in Montgomery. With lots of Kubota inventory, we're going to sell it instead of move it. Our big moving sale is a great time to get a great deal on a Kubota at Capital Tractor in Montgomery.
Live local talk. The River region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I'm Joey. That's Eddie.
Hey, Joey.
How you doing?
Got the bubble gut.
And I'm not going to give all the details, but folks, in the middle of this show, right now, Eddie is thinking,
always be closing. Always be closing.
I'm also thinking,
make money.
Rethinking my dietary habits.
Milkshake and onion rings.
Well, am I supposed to balance out the other?
Would you have frozen chicken pot pies?
I love a chicken pot pie.
Oh, a good one.
Used to.
But there's some bad ones.
Yeah, we used to. Applebee's had them. They were the best.
You were an Applebee's guy?
I was back in the day, yeah. You could get
You're
drunk
still
in
not
there.
an Applebee's guy?
You could get drunk in there and dance on the tables. They didn't throw you out.
Mm-hmm.
They do now.
Mm-hmm.
They do now.
But here's something that I knew would get your attention. I sent it to you immediately last night when I saw this, knowing Eddie's probably got something to say about this. So this is Trump yesterday.
Oh, yes.
Making a brand new promise. Let's listen in together.
Today, I'm also announcing that as part of our additional tax cuts, we will end all taxes on overtime. You know what that means?
Here, dude. Why? Okay, before he explains why it's a good idea, why do you think that's a good idea?
Let me just tell you, as a blue-collar guy, growing up, working factories, a good part of my life, overtime was mandatory. They called it what it was. It was mandatory. And it really sucked working, getting away from your family. Yes, you got the time and a half, but the government just took it right back.
Yeah.
and you didn't have any choice in the matter. And I used to always say, man, look at the money I would make if the government just left my overtime alone. It makes a huge difference. And like, and me and most people that work in the factory, it's not talking 2 or 3 hours, 20 hours.
Oh, sure. So you're working 60 hours a week.
60 hours a week minimum.
And that's what triggers it once you go over 40.
Yeah.
And of course, this wouldn't affect truly salaried people, right?
It doesn't, I don't believe, unless, well, I think there's some laws that change with that, but it would make a huge difference. It would change. It would be life changing. I'll be very honest. It'd be life changing.
At this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if Trump said, we're going to do the tariff, the tariffs they kept on.
Yeah.
But we're going to get away with just do away with the income tax.
And as a blue collar guy and looking around, I think you will agree, the government don't need the money. Look how they're peeing away our money.
No, and there needs to be a lot of cutting. But here's Trump explaining why he's thinking about doing this, removing taxes on overtime.
Think of that. Think of that. That gives people more of an incentive to work. It gives the companies it's a lot easier to get the people. And, I went to some economists, great ones, and I said, what do you think? They said, it would be unbelievable. You'll get a whole new workforce by doing that. No taxes on overtime. The people who work overtime are among the hardest working citizens in our country. And for too long, no one in Washington has been looking out for them. Those are the people that really work.
Yeah.
They're police officers, nurses, factory workers, construction workers, truck drivers, and machine operators. It's time for the working man and woman to finally catch a break, and that's what we're doing because this is a good one. And I think it's going to be great for the country. So that's why we will be saying that if you're an overtime worker when you're past 40 hours a week, think of that. Your overtime hours will be tax-free. Okay, good. You're going to have it too.
That really is awesome.
It is. Also, I forgot about this when I think Appleton Wire. I don't remember. We had done the math. I think when you got to like 58 hours a week, it didn't matter if you worked anymore. Your take home was pretty much going to be the same because
of the taxes.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember a lot of guys, they're like, I'm not working.
So I'm trying to understand this. They would still slap on, say, the FICA on your overtime.
Yeah.
And then, so that what? That's.
But your year-end tax, basically, you go up another tax.
7.5% they're slapping on there, and then if you work enough overtime, you're hitting into a different tax bracket, and so that wow.
Yeah, I mean, and there were guys that figured it out. I mean, now honestly, if somebody hadn't told me, I would. Because
let's just be blunt. I think in this day and age, what you work overtime at, say, a factory gig, you can make over $100,000 easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it depends on the place, but yeah. And honestly, this will not punish manufacturers. This will not punish anybody that provides somebody with a job. They're already paying it. It allows the worker to keep some more of that money.
Well, and businesses might be creative in certain lines of work. Well, we don't need as many workers now. We'll just work everybody overtime.
I don't know, because you can only work your workforce, especially if you
depends
got an older
on the type
workforce.
Of work.
Yeah, you can only work them so long.
I think it does depend on the type of work.
Your quality just starts going downhill terribly. But I did tell someone in a realtor meeting the other day, since we're doing the tips thing, I will no longer take commission. It's 100% tips from now on.
See, I've worked a few jobs where I did 12-hour days. I mean, when I first started here, I was working multiple shows, working a long time.
Yeah, you were the studio rep for a while.
Fun Zone, I would do 12-hour days, and that was interesting. And then you throw in the occasional lock-in, where you stay all night. And then the donut shop, I'd work the graveyard shift, and sometimes we work midnight to 8 in the morning. Sometimes we go like midnight to 11, midnight to noon, which was miserable.
Our first 8 years at Hyundai, me and my partner Roper, we worked 12 days on, 2 days off, 12 hours a day.
Wait, how many days on? Say that again.
12 days on,
12 days on,
2 days off, 12 hours a day. And there were guys, I mean,
you didn't even get a weekend.
No, you get every third weekend. By the way it would work out, it's almost every third weekend. But your days off, you have big plans. But you have these big plans. All you do is rest.
Yeah, I mean, especially factory work like that, mentally and physically.
And our job, it wasn't as physical as it was mental. There was a lot of physical because it was so hot, but it was a lot more mental than anything. But the fact that you're just there.
Oh yeah,
and in a building, no daylight. I mean, it really does work with
messes with your head.
Yeah.
But then they've got all the psychological tricks. Let's repaint the factory a different color to inspire different moods. So we've got these people locked in. Oh, let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
This is Boomer T.
Hey, Boomer T.
You know, first of all, Eddie, when you worked out Appleton Wire out there, how many times you stop off at the City Living Lounge?
Never. I came right home. I came right home like a good boy.
I live, boy, I guarantee it. Let me tell you something. I love that little place right there. You be sitting right next to a man worth $7 million and next to a man that ain't got 2 cents to buy a pair of tennis shoes with. I mean, I watched a guy one time take a can of spray paint and paint his car. I love that little bar. To be honest with you, that was when Toby Keith said, I love this bar.
That was
I
it.
really loved that freaking bar, 24-hour days, 7 days a week. It was awesome, though.
Yep.
You know, guys, I've been on vacation. Teresa and I've been in Apalachicola for a couple of days or
Beautiful
so.
pictures, too, by the way.
Oh, thank you. That's my happy place. It's quiet. It's serene. I grew up on 10 Air Force Base right there down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly love that place down there. But, you know, and I talked to a lot of people down there. And the main concern with these people were the economy. I talked to all the bar people. I talked to all the restaurant owners that I know down there. And they're all are doing all they can do down there. I mean, now in Apalachicola, at 8 o'clock at night, they roll the streets up. I mean, that's just the bottom line. Everybody, they don't want no nightlife down there.
Right.
But still, the prices, their seafood prices are still good. I got oysters for $18 a dozen. How about that?
Wow.
Fresh, stuff right in front of my face. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, that's just where you go.
Yep.
But the price on other things that had to go up so much is amazing to me. You know, and then about this thing up here in Silicaca. Well, I'm going to tell you real quick. Teresa and I came back from the Virgin Islands not long ago. We landed in Fort Lauderdale. In Fort Lauderdale, there was 73 of them waiting on a plane to get on a plane there. Every one of them had dressed to the nines, cell phones, the max, had a $5,000 card in their pocket to go, and they were going to Philadelphia. So it really does happen. Now, I got one more thing to say, and I don't know if y'all talked about this about or not. Folks, if you're going to go to a ball game tonight, please be vigilant and pay attention, and don't just sit there and look on your phones and look. Pay attention, folks, because let me tell you something. When I was out of town, I couldn't find out we've had 5 or 6 kids have made threats to these schools, and I'm understanding we've had some football games canceled last week, and I understand we got 2 or 3 of them canceled tonight.
Yeah.
Folks, these are 14, 15-year-old kids. Please, if you got a child that's in junior high or high school, folks, will you do me a favor? First off, sit down and talk to them. Tell them what's going to happen if they do something stupid. These kids they destroyed their lives at 14, 15 years old for making terrorist threats. This is a serious business now, folks. And if you have a gun, which I don't mind if anybody owns a gun, please make sure it's put where these children cannot get it. A 14-year-old child is still a child. I don't give a damn if you're a teenager or not. You still can get to a gun. But, folks, this stuff with these kids out of making these threats, if I could just get one family out there, man, just one, to pull a kid to the side and say, hey, Junior, straighten up, son. We don't need this. You don't need this. Destroy your lives. Because you're going to destroy the lives of so many people. I mean, I'd be damned if I'd want to sit in a football stadium tonight and have to leave out, though. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about, guys. Please watch these kids. I don't know what's going on with the kids. You know, Eddie, I tell you what. I remember in 78, 79, we had a bomb threat sent to our school in Prattville. We come outside. Well, you know what? They caught the dude with about 15 minutes sitting down at the Southern Pantry down on the damn telephone, down on the payphone.
Yeah.
I know some of y'all out there don't know what that is. It's a payphone. It was on the wall. You would put a nickel or a dime in it, and you would dial a number and say, hello. Or then when you're out of town, they'd say hello, got to collect, and then hang it up. Remember that?
I'm a 90s kid. I remember all those toll-free commercials, and I remember payphones. Yeah.
That's how I let my parents know I was okay.
I get them. I get to the beach or somewhere while I call my mom and say, hell no, lady, hang the phone up. Anyway, guys, I'm enjoying your show. Like I said, but all serious business, man.
Yeah.
Let's kind of pull these kids in and let's see if we can talk to them. It's just not Montgomery now, folks. If kids are going to get down of control. Y'all have a great weekend. Thank God for it's Friday. It's hard to believe I've only been home a day and a half on the beach, and I had beach flag, guys. I love y'all. Appreciate you. God bless everyone, and God bless America. Keep on trumping. See you when I see you.
See you, Boomer T.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6 kids were arrested for making threats over
the internet threats.
Yeah,
I saw the range of ages,
like a Monday and Tuesday.
Disturbing, but
but it has to be treated very seriously.
No doubt. But I don't know when you were growing up, but when we were growing up and we did something stupid like that and got caught, you weren't just only made an example of, but you also, you were kind of paraded. You had the whole walk of shame.
Oh, yeah.
And that was with me personally, that was a huge deterrent. The public embarrassment.
Now, if somebody's actually psychotically depressed, that's like, you probably don't want to do that. It depends on what's actually going on here.
We can't treat everybody with bubble wrap, Joey.
Is it somebody doing a prank, or is it somebody, you need to take the threat seriously?
In that case, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But we haven't done that yet.
Let's hit a very quick break.
All right.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Looking for insurance, or maybe you're just not satisfied with your current carrier? How does quality coverage with local service and competitive rates sound to you? The folks at Stark Agency offer just that. Whether you need insurance for your business, car, home, or life, Stark Agency can help. As an independent insurance agency with over 20 of the top insurance carriers, Stark is sure to find the perfect match for you and your loved ones. Visit their site at starkagency.com or give them a call at 334-263-5535 for a quote today.
This is your roving reporter, and today I am talking with an elk. Hey man, Mr. Elk, I was just wondering, what do elk do to take care of their money? Well, like most smart folks, we call David Erdit. You mean Alabama's most favorite asset preservationist? That's him, man. We call him up at 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. I see. Yes, he is our preferred money man. The money man with the money plan. You've been paying attention. Well, could you give us those numbers one more time? 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. And I just want to try to give you a heads up, man. Oh, what's that? I'm not an elk. Not an elk, huh? Well then, pray tell, what are you? Knights of Columbus. I am not even going to make a comment. Well, the baby liked it.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back to News and Views in the afternoon. Let's go to the phones, talk to Debbie. Hey, Debbie, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, Joey. How are you guys?
Good.
Pretty good.
I wanted to tell you a little story, and then I'm going to ask you a question.
All right.
The little story is my dad, when he worked years ago in the 70s, was a manager of a grocery store, well known. I won't give the name. But anyway, he worked an average after 15 years of 72 hours a week. A lot of hours. They gave him a salary pay. It was going to be the same paycheck every week, no matter what hours he worked.
Mm-hmm.
His assistant actually made more money than him on those checks. The only thing that saved my father is he would get a bonus, and it was a quarterly bonus. And depending on how good you were, that bonus could be very nice. My father was good, so he made decent. What my story gets to is big business has ways of handling money, and it usually comes out better for the big guy. So when the man that originally owned the company retired, he gave everything over to his two nephews, who changed everything and were basically sabotaging all the managers so that they could not make decent bonuses. And that hurt them tremendously. That's when my dad got out. But that's just typical business practice. And let's face it, when Obamacare Affordable Care Act, was implemented, how many places went from full-time to part-time overnight? Walmart did, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
And so they're always going to get the upper hand somehow or another, and we're going to end up getting hurt. And that's just the way it's always been, always will be, I guess, unless somebody really amazing comes along and makes it really work. But I haven't seen it in all my years. But now that's the end of that. I want to ask you a question. I've been listening to a lot of this stuff about how they're making fun of Trump and his, they eat animals, the Haitians, the illegals going into the Ohio area, etc. Okay. What do you do when you lose an animal? Who do you report it to? Well, if it's a mutt, do you think the police are going to take the time to write a police report of missing animal?
No.
No. Who do you go to for that kind of help? You might call the local humane shelter, but is that something that's posted publicly for everybody on a regular basis? Probably not. So my question is, how can they fact check that? I don't know. But I will ask you this. Remember when we had the Great Wall of China over there on Ann Street years ago? And there was a lot of Oriental immigrants coming in. Nothing against immigrants, but they have different lifestyles, and a lot of pets were missing. Yep. And they closed the Great Wall. I went to eat right before they closed at the Great Wall, and there was a meat on my plate that I did not recognize. And when I tasted it, I darn sure didn't know what it was. But I knew it wasn't beef, and I knew it wasn't chicken, and I knew it wasn't pork.
How many years ago was this?
Oh, goodness.
Mid-80s.
It's going to make me tell my age.
I wasn't even alive then. But I appreciate the call, Debbie. I got to hit my top of the hour break.
Thank you, Debbie.
Have a good one.
This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services and their Pest Pro. Ashley and the team are ready to help you with any and all of your pest control needs. Could be you want to get the yard fixed up for a big event you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
Or it could be you're just tired of mosquitoes.
I know I was.
Or you saw a recent infestation where you're like, oh, man, we really need to handle that. Or it could be you're just looking for a local, trusted pest control company to be your everyday pest control company.
They are the best, man.
Just come out, do that regular spray, look out for you.
You don't have to worry about it.
And your humble abode. And they're at Pest Pro. They're also local folks, always giving back to the community. So when you're hiring them to do a job, you know it's coming right back to you and your neighbors. So check out Pest Pro today. You can always go to ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces, or just call them direct at 265-9990. That's 265-9990. When you want to know, call a pro. Pest Pro Services, and be sure to tell Ashley and that great team that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Gulf Coast residents cleaning up after Francine, which struck Louisiana as a Category 2 hurricane. Meanwhile, Tropical Storm Gordon has formed in the Atlantic Ocean. Forecasters say it's expected to remain over open water for several days. No definitive word on where it may be headed. The Taliban say gunmen have killed 14 people in a Shiite majority area in central Afghanistan, in one of the deadliest attacks in that country this year. Chinese leader Xi Jinping will visit Russia next month for a summit of the BRICS bloc of developing economies. Xi's visit to Russia will be his second since the Kremlin sent troops into Ukraine in February 2022. The Dow adding 372 points, the Nasdaq up 138. This is SRN News.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Hi, I'm Chuck McDowell, the timeshare cancellation guy and founder of Wesley Financial Group, and I want to set the record straight. I am not an attorney. I've never wanted to be an attorney, and the truth is I really don't even like attorneys. If I sound like an attorney or if I look like an attorney, I'll apologize. But what I've learned in my 15 years in the timeshare cancellation business is you don't need to be an attorney to get folks out of their timeshare. At Wesley, we've helped over 40,000 families cancel their timeshare without me being an attorney. And I want to share with you how we do it. Just give my office a call, and you will not talk to an attorney. And I guarantee if we take you as a client, we'll get you out of your timeshare, or you'll pay nothing.
Call now for your free timeshare exit info kit. 800-838-8822. That's 800-838-8822. 800-838-8822.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Truckers, if you are looking for green grass, contact Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. In business since 1959 and still growing. Call today, 855-777-9785.
Rich Thomas weather. Hi, everybody. We are not done with the residual tropical moisture from Francis yet. More scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time today and tonight. It'll be windy with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, and today's high up to about 83. Tonight's low 70. And even over the weekend, the risk of some leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the middle 80s, and a slight chance of more showers Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
For the lowest prices around on flooring and DIY flooring installation supplies, Budget Floors & More is your new best friend. Luxury vinyl plank, carpet, ceramic tile, floor installation supplies, and more with prices lower than the big box stores. Budget Floors & More, Hunter Lane across from Del Rey Publix.
Hi, this is Jeff Mallinson with Georgia Floors Direct, and I want to talk to you about Blue Water Broadcast and how they've helped my business spread the word. As every small business owner, I have to look at my advertising dollars carefully, and Blue Water Broadcast helps me get the most for every dollar I spend. I'm so glad to be a part of Blue Water Broadcasting and what they bring to Montgomery.
Our advertisers are our biggest advocates. Call us to find out how radio can increase your bottom line. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
Hi, this is Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop. Listen every Saturday to Winning Wellness and learn from experts in different fields of science and technology how nutritional supplements can help you.
Listen to Winning Wellness every Saturday at 10 a.m.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and all future home sellers out there, are you ready to turn that for sale sign into a sold sign? I'm Hannah Grantham, and with my partner Eddie Bader, we're the listing experts of Central Alabama.
That's right. We're the dynamic duo that makes selling your home as smooth as butter.
So smooth, your house will be off the market faster than you can say Forest Meadows Homes and Land.
And let's be real, that's a mouthful.
But you know it's not. The stress-free experience you'll have with us.
So call Hannah and Eddie at 334-368-6358.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. The man credited with straightening out Montgomery Public Schools' finances is moving on to the state school system. Arthur Watts has joined the Alabama State Department of Education as the new Deputy State Superintendent of Education for Administration and Finance. Watts will begin his new role with the state on November 1st. The graduating class of 55 men and women joined the Alabama Department of Corrections as officers on Thursday. Since increasing the minimum salary in 2023, there has been a surge of interest in joining the force. The new corrections officers will immediately be placed in 15 different facilities statewide. Montgomery's teenage singing sensation Reed Wilson has reached the end of his journey on the America's Got Talent television show. The 14-year-old sang Whitney Houston's I Want to Dance with Somebody on Wednesday night's show, but when the overnight voting was announced on Thursday, Reed Wilson was eliminated. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
I like what I like, and I do what I want.
If you'd like the chance to win a 2024 Ford F-150, you'll want to visit Wind Creek, Wetumpka. Play and earn entries every day. Then be there Saturday, October 26th, starting at 5 p.m. to see if you drive off in the F-150 or win a share of thousands in cash and free play. Do what you want. Bring home a new Ford F-150. Visit Wind Creek, Wetumpka to find out how and to find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers.
It's
It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
A better looking person than Kamala. This is the Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the second hour of the program here on a Friday. I apologize that there's no Craig Munger for a second week in a row, but the man's busy. I gotta hand it to him.
Investigative reporter. Doing some investigation.
Now, to kick off this hour, do you want to go serious like ad? Nicole Shanahan, who is RFK Jr.'s running mate, or was, she's continuing to put together ads. She has now one out called These Are the MAGA People.
Oh, really?
So, and I haven't even heard it yet, but folks, Scott Adams said this is the best thing you'll see all day.
Okay.
So we can get to that. Or do you want to do Tim Walz, Mr. French Mistake himself,
Yeah.
Funnel Cake Dad, because he made a big boo-boo.
Did he?
Yeah, gaffes. I'm going to say this is a gaffe.
Okay.
It's like Joe Biden telling that guy to stand up and, oh, my God, love you, you're in a wheelchair. And, it's a gaffe. Okay. But I don't know how this gaffe comes about. It's kind of like when you're in your head, like, don't say the F word, don't say the F word. And then and then you do because you're thinking about it so much.
Yep.
Don't do that thing.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Well, maybe something was on Tim Walz's mind. Maybe we shouldn't read we're not Sigmund Freud. We're not some psychologist.
Lion tamers?
Hmm?
We're not lion tamers?
Sigmund Freud, the famous psychologist?
Oh, I thought you were talking about the guys
Siegfried
in Vegas.
and...
Yeah, the guys in Vegas.
Siegfried and Roy. Sigmund Freud. What, are we riffing over here now, Eddie?
I was just jabbing, It's an easy mistake. Could be made.
Here is Tim Walz, the vice presidential pick for Kamala Harris. And he's trying to sing her praises in this clip.
Okay.
He's trying to talk about her job as a young prosecutor.
Oh, yeah. That's where she started, right?
Yeah, like a DA there in San Francisco. But you also know that there's all the stories about...
I know. I saw a Willie Brown clip last night.
Yeah.
Whew.
So he wants to talk about, again, her days as a prosecutor.
All right.
This is instead what Tim Walz actually ended up saying.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prosecutor.
Did you hear it?
Can you do it one more time? I think I heard something.
It all started in...
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prosecutor.
Okay, I did hear it. That's what I heard.
Kamala Harris talked about going in that courtroom for the first time.
Do you think he realized he said that after he said it?
I don't think so.
I think he did, though.
You think so?
Yeah, here, let me put it back
here?
up. Let's go full screen with this thing. And let's see.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prosecutor.
Oh, yeah.
He realizes it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
What a gaffe.
Yeah, he did.
That's one of the most amazing gaffes
Sometimes,
I've
Joey,
ever
the
heard in
truth
politics.
slips out, man.
Wow.
It all happens sometimes.
Wow.
Because this started, and I love this story, as a young prosecutor. Kamala Harris talked about going in that.
They're going to take me out back and hurt me.
Yep.
That's what's going to happen to that guy. But he wasn't done. You know how yesterday we were doing the new TikTok thing? They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats. Eat the cat.
Eat the cat.
Eat the cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Tim Walz weighs in on that whole thing. The cat eating, dog eating meme.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. And the crowd starts chanting a thing after he mentions this. Let's listen in.
You tell me you had this on your bingo card, and they're eating cats, What would you say?
The crowd started chanting, "We're not eating cats."
That's just odd.
No, I think we're in a simulation. Like somebody texted me the other day, it really is idiocracy right now.
So you're telling me organically the crowd just came up with that chant?
Yeah, let's hear it again.
You tell me you had this on your bingo card, and they're eating cats, and they're eating cat. What would you say?
I don't feel like that's very organic.
Like, well, somebody in the crowd was clearly getting it going. It's like the slow clap guy and all those 90s
like
movies.
There was a couple of them that started, but
it's that one person wanting to get that chant going. We're not eating cats. We're not eating cats.
But the news reports and the video and the cats, the fact that they're leaving. Have you seen some getting in cars and driving? I've seen those videos. They're just driving out of there.
AI is out of control. Have you seen the one where they're all like on the latest naval vessel and they're all just decked out like it's a SEAL team?
Yeah.
Or Delta Force.
That's how worried they are.
And it's a remake of that song, In Your Head. Man.
I think it's hysterical.
That, again, Tim Walz didn't, that's not a good appearance. You called Kamala a young prostituter.
Yes. That's what I heard.
And then you got the crowd yelling, we're not eating cats. Down home, funnel cake dad there for you, folks.
Did you ever see that in a presidential election? Did you ever see that coming? That a chant will come out of this that they're not eating cats.
Yeah, we're not eating cats. And seriously, folks, Tim Walz also, I don't have the clip right available. He came out and his gesticulations is the word.
Okay.
He is Dom DeLuise at the end of Blazing Saddles.
He proved
Throw out your hands, stick out your tush. He's doing this, Eddie. He's like, he walks on stage and he goes, like, just violently throwing his hands up in the air, like, oh, thank you.
He's just excited to be there, Joey.
I'm like, no, you're overdoing it, man.
Maybe try a little too hard.
Give it a push. You're doing the French mistake. This is just the weirdest time because there's so much serious. Like, seriously, we are flirting with World War III.
These are presidential people you're talking about, Joey.
And we've got people dancing to Trump saying they're eating the dogs, they're eating the cats.
I've seen some good videos with the Trump dance doing it.
Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Billy.
Hey, Billy. How you doing?
Pretty good, yo, bro. How about y'all?
Pretty good. All right.
Yeah, eating cats and dogs, huh? One thing I call you about, that doggone J.D. Vance.
Mm-hmm.
He watch what he say. Ain't no way under God's soul I got up and said what he said about my own mother. She was a drug addict.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he is.
I mean, he wrote about it, and I watched the movie the other day. It's on Netflix. It's not easy to watch.
It's not an easy watch. I told you, it's not.
It's rough.
What they need to watch, God is not dead.
It's another good one.
And see, they change. Any of them change their mind about anything. Because God is in charge of everything. What's happening, he know it before you do.
I think that would definitely change our culture if people just agreed to that one simple truth you just said. But
That's
if you
right.
just watch the MTV Music Awards, we had people up on stage gyrating and reminding me of a South Park episode with Mr. Garrison and Xerxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, yeah, we'll see. We'll see where it goes.
It just don't make no sense.
No.
Don't make
No,
no
sir.
sense at all. Oh, well, all right, but y'all have a good day there, bro.
Appreciate it, Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
So, let's go to the thing that has been billed as the best thing you will see or listen to all day. That's what Scott Adams said, at least.
All right.
And this is another ad put out again by RFK's running mate, Nicole Shanahan. And it's a question, is how it's titled. Who really are the MAGA people?
Okay.
Let's listen in together.
Across the Atlantic in the North American country of the United States lies a fascinating and often misunderstood collective. From its northeastern cities to its midwestern towns to its expansive west, this courageous group of individuals are most notably known for their unwavering patriotism. Join us as we explore the fascinating world of the MAGA people. As we embarked on our journey, we were judicious in taking all necessary precautions. Our media had warned us that these were a vicious, radical, and even deplorable people.
First encounter with MAGA people. And it's a grandmother with two
Contrary to what we had been told, we found the MAGA people to be warm, loving, and even rather cheeky at times. As we spent time with the MAGA people, we learned that their mantra, "Make America Great Again," is an optimistic belief that the United States will once again prosper by returning to its founding principles of a government by and for the people. Under these beliefs, the MAGA people strive to protect America's Constitution, freedom of its citizens, health of its people, and a yearning to restore the American dream that existed not so long ago. Notice their rather wholesome, familial demeanor. They often talk about their love of family, the importance of truth, and a desire for basic human rights. As they strive to uphold the peace and harmony throughout their communities, the MAGA people are insistent on protecting their borders. However, they are not inherently confrontational, as they advocate for ending the wars and military presence abroad. Further observations reveal that MAGA people come from all walks of life, including farmers and ranchers, family-owned businesses, entrepreneurs, health advocates, blue-collar workers, and military servicemen. And just recently, the MAGA people joined forces with another group, the Maha people. Together, the MAGA and Maha have started a movement to make America healthy again. As we departed back to our native land, we couldn't help but reflect on all that the MAGA people had taught us. Once perceived as a dangerous and barbaric group, we found ourselves feeling enlightened by the MAGA's moral, ethical, and honest ways of life. One could only hope that a similar movement would eventually emerge for us.
She is, she's quite good.
Maha.
No, I think Nicole Shanahan is quite good.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
Breaking news, Justin Timberlake
JT?
pleaded guilty to driving while impaired after his arrest in the Hamptons in June. That's from the New York Times. Big, heavy-hitting news.
Did you see his picture? His mugshot?
No, I don't remember it.
Now, my mugshot's horrible. I can't brag. But
You have a mugshot?
Oh, yeah. At least I wasn't crying like a baby.
Was this like 80s, Eddie?
I wish it was.
No, I know what you're talking about. I'll shut up.
No, I wish it was.
Those long locks. He must live with sisters. No, what about his mugshot?
He looked like he'd been crying his eyes out. I can't imagine you having that kind of wealth, power, fame, the whole 9 yards, and a DUI, which sucks.
Oh, yeah.
And a public humiliation, but in that life, that's as common as getting the hiccups. And it just seemed like it just...
Say if you're in the Hamptons or say the Waters.
Yeah.
And you're driving around a golf cart. Can you get a DUI for driving a golf cart?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Oh, yeah. But if you got that pineapple in that golf cart, can't start that, let you go.
272-9228. Let's go to line one. You're on there. Who's this?
Hi, I didn't mean to come back on the air, but I just wanted to know, did you see Biden putting on the mega hat at the bar station?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
We mentioned it yesterday, but we have the full clip.
Good. I saw another
like
clip
in
last
high
night,
quality footage of it right here at my fingertips. So we'll get into that.
Awesome. Okay, I just thought it would be a good thing to leave us with a smile.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Have a good day.
You too.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
272-9228.
So you got the full clip now?
Yeah, and this is like high quality.
Yeah.
So
That's the one I saw yesterday.
let's full screen this and let's listen in together.
Presidential hat. Presidential seal on it. You want to autograph it? Oh, sure, I'll autograph it.
So for those just listening, it's a guy who definitely looks blue collar.
Oh, yeah.
Like even, I would say redneck. Look at the guy.
I'd say he's got a little red in him.
He's had a few hard days' work outside.
Yep.
And he is wearing the Trump hat that Biden eventually puts on.
Mm-hmm.
And so Biden is talking about this presidential hat.
Yep. With the presidential seal.
Right.
Huh? Yeah. You remember your name? I don't remember my name. I'm slow. You're old fart. You're an old fart.
Do you remember your name? No, I don't remember my name. I'm slow. So it's showing, I think, a sense of humor.
It was, but
Yeah.
well, what did the guy call him? You're an old fart. What he called him?
Well, if you look in the background, there are kids with all sorts of like Trump shirts on.
That's what. Okay,
And
there was
people-
another one that
yeah.
I didn't get. I didn't get that. Did someone show up at the wrong rally?
No, what happened is this is Shanksville,
Okay.
and so it's the fire station that responded. to
Yeah, so
everything
they're
going on.
very, very pro-Trump at this point.
And so there's a footage of Biden and Harris walking in, and it's like crickets. Like you show up at like a potluck,
Yeah,
and you're just getting your bearings, going into a big auditorium, and everybody's sitting down, and some people look,
yeah,
because you just walked in, but most people are just eating and talking, and they don't stop their conversations. And that's what happened when Biden and Harris walked in.
Like
Then 30 minutes later,
bad.
Trump walked in, and the whole group of folks stopped what they were doing and started going, "Yeah, he's here!" You heard one person go, "He's here!" And so this is what Biden was walking into. I think the self-deprecation works for the guy. And
No, at this
but
point.
let's see what conspires here.
Yeah, I know, man. I'm an old guy. And you're an old fucker. I know you would know about that. What? About being old. Oh, I know. All right. I'm a young timer.
He's signing a hat for the
It
guy.
reminds me of the guys I grew up with. There was always one in the neighborhood.
Pop, pop.
Well, I'm the only one. There you go, man. I need that hat.
So he's going to give him a presidential hat, and he's like, "I need that hat." The hat he's wearing is the Trump hat.
Yep.
Want my autograph? Hell no.
Okay, this Joe Biden's not. This is the Biden we've been told about by
Right.
like Ted Cruz. Judge Napolitano said Biden was this way when he got
He's
to
having
know.
a sharp moment right now.
But keep going.
You know my name.
And right now he's just holding the Trump hat in his hand that he took from the guy to give him the presidential hat.
Come on. I ain't going that far. Yeah. You do a selfie. There you go.
There he does it.
And he does it. Yeah, the crowd goes, "Put it on!" And there is the shot of Joe Biden wearing the Trump hat.
That is a funny joke.
Yeah, I think this is old man Joe who he's given up. This is why also when the New York Times says that guy in that photo right there is the one poised to allow long-range missiles into Russia, I'm like, no, he is
he's
not.
No,
He
he's
better not be.
But why are we not pushing that? Why is our leadership not pushing the fact that we know there's someone that does not have the capability or the capacity to be president?
Well, and it just reinforces that we have a system.
Yeah, uniparty.
Yeah, we have a class of folks, often you don't even know their names, that are running the show here.
Yep. Oh, no doubt. You are right.
I mean, I have to say, that's a wholesome clip. These
Yeah,
are
for
Trump
me that was,
supporters. This very much the crowd is Trump supporters. And Joe Biden didn't go in there hostile. Everybody's laughing and having fun and
Yep.
cutting up with each other,
See, to
giving
me,
each other
that's great. Right. They're giving each other grief.
Yeah.
And both sides are giving it and taking it and enjoying it.
Yeah, so let's go back. Here's the moment he puts it on.
You do a selfie. There you go.
Now, Joey. Will Trump ever put on a Biden? Will Trump ever put on a Biden?
Probably not.
I don't think
Well,
so.
and the guy who gave it to him to put on shakes his hand and goes, "Hey, I'm proud of you now."
Yeah, I mean, he's laughing. They're laughing it up.
Just remember, no eating dogs and cats. Hey, they're good. Thank you. They're good. Kentucky.
They are good. That's what I heard.
We're in a simulation. This can't be real.
They're good.
Not only did he put the Trump hat out, now don't be eating dogs and cats.
Yeah.
As the world dances to Trump saying that.
What I mean, he had a good moment there.
No, I thought that ain't that America moment. That's something that should transcend politics.
Oh, no
272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by All Pro Heating, Air, and Electrical. And they're All Pro. They can do a full checkup of your systems, whether it's your HVAC system, we're about to hit that time of the year where you're running the AC during the day and probably running some heat in the morning.
That's right.
And so that's putting extra strain on your system. If you've been hearing it rattle around, you're noticing, well, that you hear it at all.
You need some attention.
Yeah. At least get it checked up. And if you do need a big replacement, they have financing options there with approved credit at All Pro Heating, Air, and Electrical. And of course, they can do a look over of your electrical system, but they specialize in Generac generator.
That's right.
Installing those Generac generators. So with storms rolling through, I think we got a preview of it this week.
Yes,
Wasn't
we
too
did.
bad, thank God. Thank God, truly.
Right.
But God forbid if something awful does come through, it's great to have the power still on, especially if you're relying on medical devices or you need it for work, or it could be, you're out in the county somewhere and it takes the lineman a few days to get the power back on. Well, a Generac generator can solve that problem for you, and All Pro can install it for you and treat it like an investment. It ups the value of your home.
Exactly right.
Even if you never have to use it, it is going to give a nice bump to the value of that house you own. So check them out today. That's, again, All Pro Heating, Air, and Electrical. You can always go to allproheatingair.com. That's allproheatingair.com. Or give them a call at 301-1961. That's 301-1961. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. Let's go to line one.
Right.
You're on there. Who's this?
This would be Dr. Sam.
Hey, Sam.
You guys are sounding great today.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, man, I love listening to you. On a serious note, back when we had the Vietnamese that came into America in the 70s, early 70s, from 72, 3, 4, and 5, I was living in Dothan. My brother was a state trooper. My next-door neighbor was the head detective with the Detective Bureau, and I was working with the K-9 division part-time with the Dothan Police Department. Cater Williams. I bet some people are still out there. He was the chief. He was tough. Now, let me tell you what happens. So, the sanitation, I should say, department, starts seeing a lot of bones in the garbage cans. Now, this is a true story. I'm being very serious.
Mm-hmm.
So I, at the time, had a beautiful grizzly, St. Bernard, looked like a big old cow, but I kept his weight under control. And Larry Lynn, the guy next to me, had a German Shepherd. So I come driving up one afternoon, and there's a Vietnamese guy sitting on a bicycle by the gate in my driveway. So I called my brother. He came over. So I had a 357. He had a 357. Larry had I think it was some kind of semi-automatic. So I said, "Where do you live?" One block.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you here? Pretty dog. I said, and we all pulled our pistols. Put them up against his head. I'm just being honest with you. And I said, this is my dog. If this dog is gone, you will, I'm cleaning it up a lot.
Sure.
You will not survive the night. Do you understand? Yes, oh yes. Man, he was smoking rubber getting out of that thing.
I bet.
But don't laugh about that stuff. I'm not saying y'all are. But the people who don't think that they don't eat dog, now cats, they could do whatever. But the dog, and I was being facetious, they shouldn't do that either. But they were finding a lot of dog bones in the big garbage pickup cans that they'd pick up. So that stuff is real.
And when was this, like 80s?
No. It was when North Vietnamese, they sent a lot of them over here in 72 to about 74.
Wow. Okay, long time.
And they sent them to Fort Rucker, and they sent some to Dothan, and just spotted it around. And it was very serious stuff. And anyway, Eddie, I thought I'd tell you that they didn't make but 2,000 Egyptian Hakeens. And guess who found one today?
Really?
Yes. Right time, right place, Daddy. I'll tell you about it off the air.
I got to get to know you better. Hang out with you a lot more.
And it shoots a bad 8mm.
I bet it does.
Woo! Y'all have a great day, but don't take that lightly, what Trump said.
You bet.
Because that is the truth. Y'all have a great day.
You too, Sam. See you, man.
Man, that's serious stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health. And you know, if you're a guy out there and you're feeling like, I'm just tired all the time.
Brain fog.
And I'm also physically tired. And I'm losing muscle mass. I'm getting fatter.
Still
and
going
I'm
to the gym?
Still going to the gym. I'm not changing my eating habits.
Right.
What the heck is going on with me? I'm never in the mood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No sex drive to speak of.
And you got that hot wife.
Yeah. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Nothing's working. It just seems like I'm slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it could very well be a sign of low testosterone. So knowing whether or not you have low T is huge in combating some of these issues, folks. And the providers there at Montgomery Men's Health will conduct a testosterone-focused lab workup plus a consultation for only $99. And they have low T treatments there at Montgomery Men's Health that can truly change lives. Men can experience higher energy, better gains in the gym.
That's right, brother.
That's right, brother. Better mental clarity as well, improved sleep pattern, faster metabolism, you usually even notice an increased libido.
Mm.
And you can actually book the same day that you call. That number, 440-3663. That's 440-3663. Or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to book your appointment today.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Make 2024 the year you break away from the chain stores and join us here at Adams Drugs. We value your business and want to provide you the best customer service at the lowest possible price. We've been serving up excellent customer service here in the River region for over 62 years.
I made the swap to Adams Drugs and I couldn't be happier. Having a job and then getting 3 kids to all of their activities keeps me busy. I don't have an hour to waste waiting on a prescription. At Adams, they know me and my family. I get in and out in minutes, and when I can't get by Adams, they'll bring the prescription right to my door.
What are you waiting for? Come in to Adams Drugs and let us earn your business. Our friendly and personal staff will talk with you and answer any questions you may have about your prescriptions. Your satisfaction is our #1 goal. Visit us at adamsdrugs.net for the location nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local independent Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
This is your roving reporter, and today I am talking with an elk. Hey man, Mr. Elk, I was just wondering, what do elk do to take care of their money? Well, like most smart folks, we call David Erdit. You mean Alabama's most favorite asset preservationist? That's him, man. We call him up at 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. I see. Yes, he is our preferred money man. The money man with the money plan. You've been paying attention. Well, could you give us those numbers one more time? 334-279-7431 or 205-479-0839. And I just want to try to give you a heads up, man. Oh, what's that? I'm not an elk. Not an elk, huh? Well, then, pray tell, what are you? Knights of Columbus. I am not even going to make a comment. Well, the baby liked it.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368.
an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. Truckers, if you are looking for green grass, contact Wiley Sanders Truck Lines. In business since 1959 and still growing. Call today, 855-777-9785.
Hi, everybody. We are not done with the residual tropical moisture from Francis yet. More scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time today and tonight. It'll be windy with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, and today's high up to about 83. Tonight's low 70. And even over the weekend, the risk of some leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the middle 80s, and a slight chance of more showers Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Web Bobo with Capital Tractor. Soon we'll be moving to a brand new location in Montgomery. During our big moving sale, get a great deal on a Kubota with 0% APR up to 84 months with approved credit. Now through September 30th, 2024. See Capital Tractor in Montgomery or go to KubotaUSA.com for more details.
When news happens, you'll hear about it first. The River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. The news and views in the afternoon. I seriously have trouble with the context shifting.
Yeah?
Yeah, because there's such serious things happening. And then this campaign has just gone bonkers, man. Like, it's hard to wrap your mind around where we're at as a society. I mean, you can enjoy it and have fun. I mean, at least it's hilarious.
Now, there are times where I get what you're saying, because I think, okay, we've kind of normal. We're, normal. It's a Wednesday. And then, yeah, it's like all of a sudden there's an asteroid that hits us.
Right.
It's crazy.
Let's go to Biloxi Gambler. Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. If you eat any strange meat in a restaurant or anything you don't really, if you're suspicious, the place to call is the health department. Because they don't play, and I mean your meat has to be inspected. I mean, like, you could have your own cows and you got a hamburger stand. You can't use your own meat. It has to go through, has to be USDA inspected or what. You have to use certain types of meat. So that's one thing. The other thing was very nice people. Very, very, very nice people will use the word Oriental when they're referring to people, and they're accidentally being rude and they don't know it. It's Asian. Asian is the appropriate term, not Oriental. Oriental is a rug or a chair.
Or an express. Orient Express.
Well, that's not Oriental, but yeah, Orient Express. Yeah,
then I've heard the term Orientalist, but that's kind of an old school history thing.
Yeah, well, anyway, Oriental, and they usually won't correct you, but it is actually, I just got a lot of Asian friends.
All right.
I was gently told one time. Now, I remember when Mary Amy Fulmer in the police department, back when Shakespeare Festival opened, and they had, ducks, geese, swans, or whatever, and people were seeing them. Some of those birds were cleaned, hanging, out on the porch, there on the apartment. And so now they have like an orientation or whatever where they explain, because there's foreign officer school out at Maxwell.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a culture thing.
Yes.
So you and me are walking around India, and it's Saturday night. We might forget and be looking for a steak place, and you're not going to find any steak.
Oh yeah, and what's cool with modern tech is people have done these amazingly shot, like, say, travel guides or let's try the food, and like just watch some of the street markets in China, some of the street markets in India. You see the culture. I mean, and like the animals are right out there, ready to eat, and they cook it right in front of you, and it's a different style of life. It really is.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you have to explain to people that we have ducks and geese and swans that are decorative and we don't eat them. And, once they learn the rules, then they go, oh, okay, well, that's stupid, but that's fine.
I don't know. If people want to get rid of and eat the Canadian geese, go ahead.
Bring them to my house. Bring them to my
the
house.
golf course the golf course will pay them to do it. All right, guys, talk to you later.
Hey, bud.
Let's go to Randall. Hey, Randall.
Randall, what's up, man?
What's happening, fellas? Man, I can't tell y'all how much. I mean, I know we shouldn't be laughing at how they got him, and they still using him like that. But you can sell clips on the backside off your thing, cause you clip that little part out, man. That would sell. Man, I know you don't want to make it off of me, but I ain't. Man, I've had the worst day, and since I've been out, and I don't know if this is the old universe catching up with me, just giving me a pat on the back saying keep going or what. But man, that was hysterical. Even though it's bad for if it was my grandpa, it wouldn't be. So I wouldn't like it too much. But you know what I mean? He did stick himself out there. I didn't tell him to.
That's true.
But man, I can't take it. I mean, I couldn't take it but laugh. And man, I thought you could start clipping out you some different spots and just selling them for ringtone and this and that. And I mean, I don't know, man.
Wait, Trump's saying they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs?
No, I'm talking about Trump. I mean, not Trump,
Biden
but
putting on the hat.
Oh,
Biden.
Yeah.
Biden's putting on the hat and then telling the man, give me that one. And he clearly, that first smile was clearly like one, like he didn't care, like this is me getting y'all back or y'all dragging me out here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it almost looked like that. It almost looked like that kind of smile. Like, y'all gonna play with me, I'm gonna play with y'all.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah, I saying I would love to have that as a ringtone if I didn't have morals, I guess. I mean, but you could sell the crap out of that, man. But anyway, that's all I want to tell you, man. What I had in mind, I'm not even gonna go back. I know you said it's been flipping too much, so for you this evening. So we'll let it go with that, brother. But good job, man. Good job, man.
Appreciate it, Randy.
And you could run that one out to be your commercial type for the web show. You know what I mean? Like if you watch my webcast or live, you'll get this kind of chuckle and this kind of love from me. So I just thank you, man. I know I shouldn't be saying thank you, but this ain't my lesson's over with, and I'm gonna go on about my business.
Appreciate it, Randy.
Thank you, sir. All right.
I didn't find that it is that provocative. Biden doing what he did.
Yeah.
It
To
just
me,
seemed like an old man who's kind of like, I don't care anymore, and I'm going to have fun with it.
part of that, but the way I saw it too was they screwed me, so I will not take this seriously from here on out.
Maybe.
Who knows?
Maybe.
And Jill wasn't around to stop him.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. This part of the program brought to you by Clearwater's Property Management. And they're at Clearwater's. Reed Waters and the team are ready to, help you with tree removal services.
That's right. I'm sure everybody's got a little bit of damage down now in the yard.
Especially if you need some trimming done so you don't have anything big fall on you. Or it could be you've got a big old tree that's already fallen or one that you're worried is going to fall. You don't want the truck being crushed or the house or the roof being crushed.
No.
You know, as somebody who, I got so close to it. Like my next door neighbor when I was living in Forest Hills, big storm rolls through.
That's right.
About an 80-footer just falls. It was one of the craziest sounds. I was just inside playing acoustic guitar because the power was out. And I'm like, what was that thunder? Well, and it was like, no, that wasn't thunder. That was the crunching of a tree cracking and then slamming into somebody's roof. And to see that, it came up roots and all.
Yeah.
And to see that go, well, if that happened to me, in the moment, at my house, what do you do other than just get out? See, you don't want to be in that situation.
You don't. You really don't.
And they can, if you got one that you're worried about, I bet if you call them up, you're like, hey, should I get this one removed? They'll
give you an honest opinion, man.
And of course, again, trimming back things for line of sight issues or just for aesthetic issues. You want to get rid of it. And of course, stump grinding.
Oh, yeah.
So for aesthetic reasons, or it could be, the stumps attract all sorts of critters and pests.
Ain't nothing good about a stump.
So again, that's Clearwater's Property Management. All tree removal services, they got your back. They're at 430-0376. That's 430-0376. And be sure to tell them that Joey and Eddie, those fellas on the radio, sent you. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
How you doing?
Hey,
Duke. How you doing, bud?
Oh man, I've been having fun and just enjoying the scene
Yeah.
from a distant view. Just observing things and and watching politics and everything and stuff like that. How y'all doing?
Oh, we're doing all right.
Hanging in like a hair in a biscuit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in a good
man.
mood all week. You probably heard it.
Yeah, oh yeah, man, I've been in a good mood too. Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, I meant to call you a couple days ago, but I got tied up a little bit. And but everybody, all the callers, everybody doing all right, man. I mean, everybody in good spirit and everything.
Everybody seems to be that way. Were you trying to wind us up to
You smell that, Joey?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking things out. I'm just trying to see if everybody.
Smell
You know what? I'm going to beat you to the punch.
You are a rude, terrible person.
Oh, now did y'all say for 1 minute I would have come? I was coming. I just took my time to come. But I was coming.
Wait, no.
I was coming.
But
now.
Kamala said,
Do not come.
like,
That's what she said, right?
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh.
Wait, I don't need a Shannon Sharp moment on this show.
Oh, you said in over that one.
I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I went to Walgreens this morning to go get more of my, pouches, my addiction, and there's some woman, good-looking, probably 30-something-year-old black woman, ASU gear all tooled up.
Yeah.
And she looked great. And at the counter, she's got a big old pack of Magnums. And the world is so crazy that my first thought was like, man, Shannon Sharp. And like how...
Not my first thought at all.
That was my thought.
I see now missed opportunity, Joey.
Oh, Shannon. Let me leave Shannon, old boy, going to work one day. I had a hard hat on.
Oh,
Anyway,
man.
Let me leave that alone, y'all.
You know he did it on purpose, by the way.
No, like Ocho Cinco said, I'm kind of heard you talk like that.
Oh, Shannon, bad boy. Anyway, let me leave that alone. Let me, y'all got me sidetracked now. Y'all enjoyed the debate the other night? I know I'm a couple days late on it, but y'all enjoyed it every day?
It's pretty good.
Nah, in the moment, it made me angry.
I didn't see it as negatively as other people did, but so be it.
I didn't see it as like, oh, Trump's done or what.
Yeah.
It came across as like they're just throwing bombs at each other.
But
in the moment, there's something about the corporate media that just gets my
But
goat.
hold a minute now. But what happened to Big Bad Wolf, though? He just, when old girl walked over there and shook his hand, old boy, he just lost it. He just
reached out and shook her hand
at
back?
that point. That handshake intimidated him some kind of way. He went over that side like a little puppy over there and just looked straight ahead like a soldier and a puppy too, all tied up in one. And I then looked at Trump and old girl got wind up there on him and threw a few things in the way.
The time when he told her to hush because he was talking?
I like that part. I like that little part. That's the only little part he looked over.
No, there was a couple of them like that.
And the split screen, it was pretty good. She kind of goes, she was smiling and she goes, hey?
Right. She didn't know how, which I wouldn't have either. I mean, she didn't know how to react.
She took this boy nerve so bad. I mean, at that moment right there, he didn't look at her. He peeked at her. He peeked over there at the side in the corner of his eye for a second there. I mean, I never seen nobody.
I think he was talking to
I
me.
never seen nobody took Trump nerve like this woman is taking Trump nerve right here. I mean, Ted Cruz couldn't do it.
Take his nerve?
Ted Cruz couldn't do it because he talked about his wife, talked about it and everything, drugging down through the mud and everything. All these other cats, they dogged him out. But this girl stepped out there and grabbed this man by the hand and shook him and looked him in the eye and told him who she was and everything. Went back over in her corner over there and said, let's go.
I didn't see it that way
Trump
either.
fold like a daggone.
Trump's response was, good luck tonight.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know what you was on that night.
Here,
See you. For me, we'll do it this weekend
She
together.
gave him a beat down. And hey, he don't want no more of her. He told her, hell no, I don't want no more of you no more. He said that this morning on the news. Nah. What'd you say now?
I just didn't see it that way. Sorry.
Yeah, she gave him a beatdown like Kevin Nash beat Goldberg and defeated the Streak.
I'm talking about.
You had a 3-on-1 situation.
I kind of felt that beat down. I felt the invisible Will Smith hand kind of reached out and slapped him there for a minute. I felt that. That's what I'm saying. My imagination went all kind of ways at that moment when I saw this stuff happening to this guy.
What were you expecting, honestly? Were you expecting her to sit there with a faraway look on her face and let some man abuse her and then come back? If he does talk nasty to her, all they're going to do is dog him out and say what a womanizer, this, that, and the other. It's a no-win situation.
No,
to me,
what
it
I'm
did fine.
saying,
It did fine. Didn't change my opinion one way or the other.
Also, people are like, he was yelling. I'm like, he yells all the time.
I'm a better looking person.
And then I believe, Joe, your independents came walking away.
No.
More independents are going to vote for him now than ever.
No.
Where's the beat?
Now, if this wasn't now, Eddie, I would buy into that what you just said. If this was Trump don't give a damn who it is. He's going to tear into you. So he don't give a damn because she's a sister or black.
No,
or
I think he got a little bit of pushback on the whole is she a black
whatever.
woman or an Indian woman thing. I think he got a little bit of pushback on that.
Trump don't care nothing about that right there.
I think you're wrong there, buddy. I think you're
Huh?
wrong.
I done seen him in sport and action. That's the reason I
Me too.
I
I've
couldn't
seen him in
trust him
action.
because
Probably
he
just
do
as much
anything
as
and
you
say
have, if not
anything.
more. And I kind of think I know him a little better, and I don't think that was the case. But
Well, I'm talking about what I see in him now.
yeah, when somebody tells you or shows you what they are, you got to make sure you pay attention to that.
Just what I'm saying. I mean, he's showing us every day. So I'm just sitting there looking still. I'm still watching. But y'all doing all right, though? How about let's talk football? I'm tired of talking about Trump.
No, that's even worse. Worse, dude.
I don't want to talk about Auburn.
Trump all day long. I cannot handle Auburn football.
I want to talk Auburn football that we need the damn quarterback real bad.
Yeah, I think the debate was a wash. Auburn, and on the other hand,
not
was
even
just a
close.
straight up defeat, like failure.
And who do we got this weekend? New Mexico State?
Or just New Mexico?
And why am I worried? But I've got legitimate worries
too.
I mean, now Eddie.
Yeah.
You got double troubles. You got the Auburn to deal with, then you got Trump to deal with. Boy,
I feel more comfortable on the Trump level than I do on the Auburn level. I got to be really honest, man. In fact, I'm going to watch Alabama just so I can get some hope in the fact they might lose.
Now, y'all said something a while ago when Biden with the hat.
Yeah.
Right? I had a little fun. I mean, you could have Ed about this thing right here, right? Okay. Me and you could be neighbors. And talk politics and dog. You know, the politicians out because none of them gives a damn about any of us anyway.
Agreed.
But I heard a call the other day say something that kind of bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
My great friend Keith Spirit.
Uh-huh.
I call her Thunder. Now she's Thunder. She knocked up some dirt now, but she said that if somebody went the other way, voted the other way, she wouldn't respect them or be the friends anymore. See, I could be your friend. I don't give a damn who you vote for. That don't make me who I am or who I respect as my neighbor or friend based on a damn politician. I'm not that kind of person. So many of you guys out there are not that way, okay? So let's tap it down just a little bit.
Given my politics
That's
at the
all.
end of the day are insane. I
Yeah,
have
if you
to.
knew Joey's real politics,
like
be a little bit different story.
Right, so I have to be kind of friendly with everybody. But Duke, I mean, you got to be careful though. In this part of town, it's
This is a
I
tough
know,
country.
man, but you know, it was bad. Well, I told Alabama fans too. I said, Trump, this politician season going on, and got the brand new coach up there. I said, brand new coach better be careful right long now, because these folks worked up by this election thing. Did Alabama best right lose, or somebody else gonna lose too?
Well, Duke, I got to run. I got to hit a break here and get Michael Cohen.
All right.
See you, Duke.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, breaking news. Somebody just sent me that redshirt freshman quarterback Hank Brown is slated to start for the Auburn against New Mexico.
Thorne is out.
He's a thorn in somebody's side.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
It's the 71st Alabama National Fair, October 4th through the 14th. You'll see great shows like the Zerbini Circus, the Fearless Flores Thrill Show, the Tiger Encounter, and more. This year, the fair goes for 11 days, and both Mondays will be school day with admission for all, only $10. Inside concerts are returning to the fair. See Drew Hill on the Garrett Coliseum stage Saturday the 5th. Don't miss the sensational Dylan Scott in concert Thursday the 10th. Both begin at 7 p.m. and are free with your fair admission. Imagine, for one low price, you can see shows, a circus, and a great concert. Tickets are $20 and includes parking. But check our website for special discount days. It's the Alabama National Fair, October 4th through the 14th. 17 and under must be accompanied by a parent or guardian. Garrett Coliseum Clearbank policy in effect. Sponsored by the Kiwanis Club of Montgomery, Hyundai Motor Manufacturing Alabama, and Coca-Cola.
It's the best 11 days of fall.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
The premier place the River Region turns to for news, weather, traffic, and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Let's go right to the phones and talk to Michael Cohen of Cohen's Electronics and Appliances. Hey, Michael, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
I'm great to hear. Like, it was so
That's very
terse.
smooth.
You caught me off guard.
Yeah,
Like,
very smooth.
Should I stutter a little bit, make you feel at home?
Yeah.
So how's it going there at Cohen's, though, today?
Man, it's going great. I had a customer call me this morning at the store at about 7:30. I want to know if I remembered him. And I said, I remember your name, but I can't really tell you what you bought. And turns out he had bought 18 years ago a Fujitsu plasma from us.
Oh, wow.
42 inches. It was $4,500.
Wow.
And he's replacing it with a new Sony OLED. It's a 42, which is not the normal thing for us because most people are trying to upgrade sizes.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Although his little area, he was prohibited from making it bigger. But anyway, that was kind of cool that, my middle brother, he also has a Fujitsu plasma that's got to be 20 years old. And it's still running like a champ.
Mm-hmm.
But I know that if we got a new TV beside it, they would be like, "Oh my God, this is horrific." with how far they've come today.
Those plasma TVs are so heavy. A lot of houses we sell, you'll see a plasma TV in the garage, and then you realize why, because it's too heavy to lift off the wall. People just leave it, but it still works.
Well, that's right. And Sony made a 40-inch picture tube that was 300 pounds.
I think I own that TV.
I cannot tell you how many of our customers have left them in the bonus room because it was not worth the effort to get them down. It's like, hey, that's yours.
That's
it's
right.
free. Peace out.
That's it.
So folks don't always have to go for the biggest. It's just whatever fits your needs, whether it's a TV, sound system, or the appliance side of the store is massive. If you need to fill out a laundry room or kitchen, you can always go to thinkcohens.com to shop from home. But there's nothing like stopping by there on the boulevard, 2515 Eastern Boulevard here in Montgomery. And you're open, 9 to 6 Monday through Friday, 9 to 4 on Saturdays?
That is correct.
Well, and I would really love if folks, listening to us right now, stop by and say, hey, I heard Michael on the show.
Yeah.
Well, I would like that too. So, come see us. Our people, we're not hard pressed. Had another couple in here with their daughter looking at some appliances, and they ran across the street to Home Depot and to Conn's, and then in 15 minutes they're back.
Yep.
And he writes them up, and we're going to deliver it and get them all taken care of. So I mean, we try to be easygoing, and we just want to help you make the right choice.
That's beautiful. Well, I appreciate the time as always. Talk to you again next week. Have a good weekend.
All right. Hey, you too. Take care.
Hey, Michael.
Got to at our top of the hour break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm John Scott. Americans' outlook on the economy improved for the second straight month in September, bolstered by lower prices for long-lasting goods such as cars and furniture. The University of Michigan's Consumer Sentiment Index ticked up to 69 in its preliminary reading from 67.9 in August and its highest level since May. The Nebraska Supreme Court has ruled that competing measures that would expand or limit abortion rights can appear on the November ballot. Tropical Storm Gordon has formed in the Atlantic Ocean. Forecasters say it's expected to remain over open waters for several days. It's expected to strengthen slightly before weakening, starting on Saturday as it turns toward the northwest. The Dow rising 258 points, the Nasdaq up 96. This is SRN News.
Donald Trump's indictment proves that saving America is not going to be easy. There are entrenched powers that are fighting this with everything they've got. They want to keep control over the country, the narrative, and the nation's money supply. Hi, I'm Lance Wallnau. I'm a news analyst, a Christian author, an evangelical leader. I speak to millions of people every week, people just like you. You see, what the elites are doing is using inflation and government handouts and now central bank digital currencies to determine how they're going to control America. And that's why I recommend all Christians start a gold IRA from the Birch Gold Group. Because physical precious metals are one of the few ways you can maintain control over your own savings. To get a free info kit on gold IRAs, text the word faith to 989898. Birch Gold Group is the only gold company I trust. Get their free info kit and you'll see why a gold IRA can help you. There are no strings attached. Text the word faith to 989898 and you're going to be blessed by taking action right now.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. Alabama Wholesale Lumber, serving the river region with the best quality building materials for decades. Contractor to do-it-yourselfer. Call Alabama Wholesale Lumber.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Hi, everybody. We are not done with the residual tropical moisture from Francis yet. More scattered showers and thunderstorms from time to time today and tonight. It'll be windy with wind gusts as high as 25 miles per hour, and today's high up to about 83. Tonight's low 70. And even over the weekend, the risk of some leftover scattered showers and thunderstorms will continue Saturday and Sunday. Highs in the middle 80s, and a slight chance of more showers Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Thank you for voting ASC Credit Union the best credit union in the River Region 6 years in a row. As we celebrate our 70th anniversary, we are proud to be at the top of the list for the best credit union in the hearts of the communities we serve.
1819 News.
A town hall in Fayetteville this past Thursday night was packed out with concerned residents who are seeking answers about the influx of Haitian migrants to the area. The event was held at the Fayetteville Baptist Church, with state and local leaders attending. State Representative Ben Robbins was part of that meeting, and in particular, Robbins addressed the rumor of an out-of-state developer bringing in hundreds of FEMA trailers to house the immigrants. That deal was in the works, but a local businessman involved said that the deal fell through. Robbins did advise the residents that this doesn't mean the federal government couldn't do a similar thing in the future. The state lawmaker also confirmed the way in which the Haitian migrants arrived in Sylacauga, which is not by busloads, but through a slow trickle effect that uses vans and cars to drop them off. Robbins says that the federal government is responsible for allowing greedy sponsors to mistreat the Haitians. He also said the state is going to have to step up and enforce all available laws within their toolbox regarding housing, sanitation, and crime. Some of the residents at this meeting accused the federal government of committing treason against the American people and the state of Alabama. I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
I'm Amy Beth Schaefer with Alabama Unfiltered Radio, and when I need the news and I need it fast, I turn to Andrea Tice and the Daily Detail. On my way in, it is the most convenient, best way for me to digest what's going on so that I can use it for our show. She tells you what's going on in Alabama that day first and fast. So listen to the Daily Detail with Andrea Tice. Don't miss out.
The Daily Detail is available wherever podcasts are found.
A student at Sheffield Junior High was arrested on Thursday for making a threat to the school sports team. The threat was made while the student was on campus physically and was overheard and reported by a teacher. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Live
EBC Sunday.
Hi, I'm Dan Levy.
And I'm Eugene Levy.
And we are hosting the Emmys.
The first ever father and son co-hosts take on television's biggest night.
It's going to be spectacular. The best ever. Huge surprises, massive laughs, unforgettable moments. I think you might be setting the bar a little high.
With special guest presenters, iconic tributes, and so much more.
And the Emmy
goes to...
I'm a winner, baby.
The Emmys live.
Hi, I'm Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. If you're looking for waterproof carpet, hardwood, laminate, vinyl plank, or ceramic tile, call us today for your free measurement.
Prattville Carpet is a family-owned flooring store that prides itself on personal service, quality products, and guaranteed installation. From beautiful hardwood floors to luxurious smart strand carpet, Prattville Carpet has you covered. Call, come by, or online at prattvillecarpet.com.
Prattville Carpet, we're more than just carpet.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 special. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
Did you know your life insurance is an asset you can sell? I'm Jay Jackson, CEO of Abacus Life. For almost 20 years, Abacus has been purchasing life insurance policies from seniors just like you. And at abacuspays.com, we've created a free policy value calculator so you can find out the worth of your policy in just seconds. There are no fees and no obligations. Get real value from your life insurance when you need it with Abacus. Learn more at abacuspays.com.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
This is a Trump country. We live in the Southeast. We drink sweet tea. We don't drink socialist Kool-Aid.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Final hour. Final show of the week. I'm Joey. He's Eddie.
Hey, man.
You know, I think we're both tired. I can tell we're both tired.
Just need a beer.
Just need a beer?
Yeah.
Well, pick you up. Does it elevate you, having a beer?
It lets me know it's time to relax. Kind of sets the vibe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, as we were talking today, Trump was doing a big press conference in California.
Mm-hmm.
And in part, here's what he had to say.
As Attorney General, she defined child sex trafficking, assault with a deadly weapon, and rape of an unconscious person as nonviolent crimes. She put them in a new category as nonviolent. Now, as vice president, she's facilitated the largest wave of sex trafficking and human trafficking in history, the history of our country by far. And in case you don't want to write about it, which you should, because there can be no bigger scandal than this, we have, under this administration, 325,000 migrant children are missing. 325,000. In other words, take your biggest stadium in California and you could fill it up 5 or 6 times. Those are all missing children. Many of them are dead. Many of them are sex slaves and slaves of different nature. But her destruction of the law and order in California did not end there. In 2020, Kamala Harris proudly endorsed defund the police. We're going to defund the police. Anybody that was even in favor of defunding the police for 1 month, let alone her entire career, should never be president of the United States. She supported a plan to cut the LA Police Department by at least $150 million and ideally more. This is when your crime in LA was reaching very significant heights. Today, it's at the highest level it's ever been.
So that was Trump today. That is an astounding statistic.
Yep. They've been putting it out there, just not loud enough.
325,000 missing migrant children?
Yep. Like I said, they just don't make it loud enough.
And then apparently Biden said a thing that was deemed racist when Trump said it. Let's listen in.
In just 3.5 years, we created over 2 million new black jobs for black Americans and black.
They're taking black jobs?
Black jobs, huh? Well, I'm sure he meant doctors, lawyers, and teachers, right? Right. Keep going. Entrepreneurs, CEOs? Nope. Supreme Court justices? Probably not. Presidents? Vice presidents? That's funny. Another day, another racist insult from Trump.
Hey, speaking of black jobs, I got a black job for you.
What's that?
Making sure the guy that said black jobs never becomes president again.
But only if it's Trump, right?
And then here's again Biden.
In just 3.5 years, we created over 2 million new black jobs for black Americans and black.
So can he give a description of those jobs? Because apparently black jobs didn't exist. Although many politicians.
And this is the crap people are tired of. Like, it's just, you can see whatever phantasms you want, I suppose. And I guess you're mind readers and psychologists too.
You can look to be triggered, and then when it happens, there you go.
And then, of course, here's Harris talking about how Trump's the, same old show. Same old show from Trump.
So North Carolina, 2 nights ago, Donald Trump and I had our debate. You watched it? Did you watch it? And look, I believe we owe it to have another debate. Right? We owe it to the voters. Because here's the thing. In this election, what's at stake could not be more important.
Mm-hmm.
On Tuesday night, I talked about issues that I know matter to the families across America, like bringing down the cost of living, investing in America's small businesses, protecting reproductive freedom, and keeping our nation safe and secure. But that's not what we heard from Donald Trump. Instead, and I called it at the beginning of the debate, it was the same old show. Same old tired playbook we've heard for years.
Says the person who's currently in office.
Right. Well, he asked her.
Says the person who is the latest face of the same old show, the same old oligarchy that's been putting this crap up for decades. What were you going to say?
Well, just saying, he asked her flat out, and again, people, I guess, just didn't hear this. If you can do all these things, why don't you walk down there and do it right now? Wake up the old man, let's get it done. I just don't know what people expected from the debate from Trump. He wasn't going in there against Biden, who we all know is as old and as fool as the day is long. I mean, this girl can actually put sentences together. Again, most of the things I saw from her, you fact-checked or lied. It was a 3-on-1 situation. Even the girl, whatever her name was, she came out today and said that the reason she fact-checked him on the spot because CNN didn't. She felt it was her job. It ain't your job. And as far as him not debating again, I think he will. I think he's doing the whole, I'm not going to do it, to kind of change the negotiations a little bit, to maybe do it on a different channel and a different platform.
Well, and that clip of George Carlin that's been played on these airwaves now for years. It's a big club and you ain't in it?
Yeah.
It is the same old big club, and Kamala's just the fresh new face.
Yeah.
That's exactly very angrily I was feeling watching that live. It's a big club and you ain't in it. It's the same big club that used you to beat you over the head.
But as far as these policies she put out, dude, she made statements. She just made statements. We're going to get 50 grand for this, 25 grand for that. These are the same statements, and it was, again, pointed out by Trump. You're the same administration that made promises of paying off people's student loan debt. And twice. You were rejected. Twice.
Yeah.
Nobody heard that.
And now she is, of course, stumping for American foreign policy establishment circles, and they've done such a great job over the last few decades. That's just what baffles me. Same old show? Yeah. At least Donald Trump seems to be his own man.
That's very true.
As opposed to just another fake-ass puppet. They can train up and say, well, this is your new leader.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, there are a lot of folks that love that same old show.
Oh, yeah.
With fake politicians on the right and left. But we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. 272-9228. Let's go to Crawdad. Hey,
Okay.
Crawdad.
Hey, man.
How you doing, Crawdaddy?
Oh, I'm out here checking to see how my loaf vine is doing. I don't think it's doing so good. It didn't survive good during the summertime. You know what loaf is?
The sponge?
Yeah, it's a member gourd. You dry it out and shake the heat.
Mhm.
Shake the heat out and do it again. But yeah, it's a really good sponge. I wanted to tell you guys, see, for years now, 7, 8 years, I say, a really good friend of mine, she's 76 years old, stopped talking to me because we got in the usual discussion about politics. She's well, let's say this. When Jimmy Carter became president, she would have been a cheerleader, and she still is. We would debate nicely, and then something just happened. I think it was called Bill and Hillary happened. And then Barack Hussein Obama, the king of the pointy head, she has not talked to me in 8 years because of politics. And my brother, he knows the whole story about that. I still miss my friend, you see.
Mm-hmm.
Never mind that she's a dingbat. If she doesn't get it now, and will not talk to me after all that's gone down, then my brother said, well, why would you even want to? Why would you even want her to be your friend when she thinks that way? And it's because I wish to have her mental sanity checked, and she's insane. Got to be, because after this stuff here, I'm going to have to talk to her daughter and find out, did her mom ever come around? I haven't heard from her in 8 years. Over politics, this is breaking up friendships and families. I mean, I'm an Auburn guy. You might be a Bama guy. Yay, good for you. Whoop-de-doo. This is not a starts with an F football game. This is reality. My friend who is 86 years old, he's been around a little bit, South Pacific and other things. He said, this country is just about to pop for some type of civil war over these things. Now, these Democrat people that have brought in Haitians and others, I'm just wondering, what are you thinking? You know what? You want to have more of the voodoo? You want voodoo again, all over again? More voodoo? I know they're only, about 4% of Haitian people say that they Santeria. United States, number one, we do not, as a country and as a government, is not recognizing Santeria. Catholicism, sure. Do you know what they did in order to get away with things for years? Santeria and the followers of Vodou, they just hid it in Catholicism. That's why they do this in Miami, and it's coming here, and they're bringing it here. I had friends who went to Haiti, 4 of them, missionary, to go down and help. And I told my friend, I said, you tell your women to dye their hair black. Don't go down there and be little blonde, blue-eyed things, because you will get snatched and then held in ransom. That place is blowing up. I'd love to be able to help good people, but they're bringing people up here like just don't even know what the heck's going on, you guys. But the people that are, you got folks that, it's bad enough you're going to eat someone's puppy and kitty, but never mind. I'm sorry. I just got all worked up because I miss my friend, and I'm wondering what she's thinking about all this to President Yo-Yo and her her support pet. What's his name there? Starts with a W. Was his name Wussy? What's his name again?
Tim Walls. I gotta go, Crawdad. Appreciate the call, man.
Hi.
Sorry about your Friday. Let's go to line 1. You're on there. Who's this?
Oh, hello. This is Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
You knew that I was going to have some level of a response to my friend Duke. And if Duke did not listen to everything that I said, it was anyone who supports this administration. And this administration includes those who are supporting the murder and the rape and the abuse of Americans. If you support that, if you support the unfettered illegal invasion of millions of illegal people in this country, if you support the taking away of people's property just because you want to, if you support the level of, the only way I can put it is treason that is currently going on in this country, then no, I don't have any use for you. And if it offends you, I'm offended that you're offended. It's that simple. No, I don't want to be your friends if you're going to vote for somebody who supports exactly what this administration is supporting and has done to this country. I don't care who you are, male, female, I don't care.
Okay.
So if that offends Duke or anyone else, get over it. For those who say we'd like to have her on the front of our army, no, honey, you want me on the back, because I'm the one that's looking and directing and seeing which one of the leaders in the back you need to hit first. And as far as I'm concerned, we need to hit what's going on in Washington, D.C. first, because if we don't get rid of that, if we don't get rid of the vote counters, it's not just the ballots that we're having problems with. The biggest problem is with whomever is counting the votes. That's what we've got to deal with. We've got to deal with city administrators like what's going on in Sylacauga, and Albertville, and all these other little Alabama towns, as well as Springfield, Ohio, and the other little cities and towns that illegal invaders have absolutely destroyed. That's what we have to deal with. And if we have to get rid of the top to get to that, we better be getting at it.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Have a good weekend. Keep your powder dry.
Sometimes I feel like we're in the middle of a therapy session.
Sometimes I don't know if I'm the punching bag or the boxer.
Maybe you're both and you're just punching yourself.
Oof. It's deep.
Well, I mean, I've heard it said online that if engaging with boomer cons is to engage in self-trolling.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that too.
272-9228. Hey, you know the last hour?
Yeah.
Brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage.
I know those folks over, Joey.
And they're at Alabama Home Mortgage, Kim Williams and Kim and Madeline Cannon.
Great people, my friends.
They're ready to help you out. Maybe you're looking to buy a home.
Yeah.
Maybe you just moved to the area and you're looking for a great local lender.
Yep.
That's Alabama Home Mortgage.
Somebody that knows the way around VA loans.
Oh, absolutely. And, there's a myth out there that the VA home loan process takes forever.
Yeah, it is a myth.
What, takes them 16 days or
16 days for the last one?
On average.
That's amazing. Let me go ahead and tell you that's amazing.
Which is, yes.
Because they know what they're doing.
Amazing. They really do know what they're doing. And, Alabama Home Mortgage was started by Kim. Because, she was working at a big bank?
Yep, she
and
was.
she realized that she could do better for people on her own instead of having to deal with the corporations, demands.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what Alabama Home Mortgage has been doing for years now. They can help you again with buying or refinance and especially taking advantage of those VA home loan benefits. So check them out today at 567-4223. That's 567-4223. Or visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Like Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender. Again, 334-272-9228 if you want to get it on the program, even if you just need to talk through your issues. So last night on Jesse Waters, Josh Hawley, Senator Hawley.
I knew you watched Jesse Waters.
No, I don't.
Come on. You always seem to have a great clip of his.
I look at Twitter and this clip came up. It's the first interview Josh Hawley gave about this whistleblower who came to him from the Secret Service.
Oh, yeah.
So here it is. Josh Hawley laying out in part what's going on with this whole assassination attempt.
Some new whistleblower reporting. What are they telling you now, Senator?
Jesse, what I'm learning now is that the lead advance agent that day in Pennsylvania, this is the agent that was in charge of Trump's entire trip in Pennsylvania, that this agent actually failed one or more of her training exams when she first joined the Secret Service. I mean, the pattern that is emerging here, Jesse, from whistleblowers who've come forward to me now over and over again is that the Trump rally was undermanned. It was understaffed. They did not have people who had experience on it. And now this advance agent, I'm told, may have failed one or more of her training exams and was known not to be a top quality agent. I mean, this is absurd. And the fact that the director will not level with the American people about what's going on here is just totally unacceptable and unbelievable.
Director Cheadle, we know, had a priority to make 30% of the Secret Service women. So this woman fails, maybe once, maybe twice, maybe more. And doesn't matter, Cheadle still makes her in charge of the protective site detail for Butler, knowing that there was an Iranian threat.
Yeah, see, this is what's so hard to understand is that if this individual had failed one or more of her training exams, if she was known not to be really one of the Secret Service's top agent, she's in the Pittsburgh office, why was she put in charge of the entire trip, Jesse? I mean, the whole thing. She was in charge of the whole works from the time the president landed to the time he went to Butler. It's just totally inexplicable. And Jesse, one other thing. I'm told by people who are close to and have knowledge of the Secret Service's own internal investigation that the Department of Homeland Security is leaning on the Secret Service not to comply with document requests to Congress. I mean, this is really getting to be outrageous. The American people need the truth here.
Yeah, there's a cover-up going on. Now that's definitive. And thank God for this whistleblower pipeline that your office established, Senator Josh Hawley. Thank you very much for what you continue to do. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, the more facts, so-called, that come out about this, the worse it looks.
Any money on which female agent he's talking about?
And again, why don't we know anything about the would-be assassin?
Yeah. Well, this thing was designed to fail, and I think that's what they're slowly finding out. They put the worst person you could in charge. I mean, they're not going to openly assassinate him, but they're going to open all the avenues and gates they can. Say, hey, we did what we had to do. We did the bare minimum.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. But another one of those I think you put in the same bucket as, where did COVID come from? What are the origins of the virus?
Where'd it go?
Took forever to get any sort of somewhat consensus on that. I mean, there still really isn't any.
Yeah, where'd it
They
go?
never gave a definitive answer. It's interesting.
Where'd it go, Joey? Where's Kobe?
We're gonna get the bottom of all these folks that did the Russia hoax. Oh yeah, you sure did.
Yeah.
Again, it's a big club and you ain't in it.
Nope. Although you are a paying dues member.
And as a wrecking ball goes, Trump is certainly not the perfect wrecking ball, in my humble opinion. And the coalition we've built on the populist side of things is, well, strange bedfellows.
Sure.
But that's a heck of a lot better than the same old big club, same old stories, same old song and dance we've seen for decades now. Just put a new face on it, and all of a sudden, change. Well, we do more of the same. 272-9228. Let's hit a break.
All right.
Be right back.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Hello, everyone. Robbie Pelt with Capital City Roofing. If you think about it, your home is your biggest investment in life. Your roof covers your home, so why jeopardize your biggest investment on a roofer you don't know anything about when you can deal with a reputable roofing company like Capital City Roofing? We have an A+ Better Business rating and the best manufacturers and workmanship warranties available. We do all residential and commercial roofing applications that are certified through the manufacturer to ensure you get the best material and workmanship money can buy. We also have your project in our best interest before and after construction has been done. Don't hesitate to call us if you have any roofing issues or questions. We will match any of our competitors' price and give you the same great workmanship warranty. We also give free estimates. Give us a call today and let us show you the difference. 277-3311. That's 277-3311. Or you can check us out on the web at www.capitalcityroofing.com. Capital City Roofing. We capitalize the roofing industry.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The Health and Wealth Show. The Health and Wealth Show. The show so nice, we said it twice. Weekday evenings at 6 on News Talk 93.1 WACV. The Health.
Break it up, son. Joke's over, hey?
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Hey folks, Bruce Holding with CTE Outdoor Power, and I have some fun announcements. First, CTE is the new home for both Cub Cadet and DeWalt. We've got Cub Cadet homeowner walk mowers and lawn tractors, and Cub Cadet homeowner and commercial grade zero turns, and provide parts and service on all Cub Cadet mowers regardless of where purchased. Also, come check out DeWalt battery-powered hand tools, from grass trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws to drills, impact wrenches, circular saws, and the list goes on. We offer 0% interest financing and on-the-spot, no credit check financing. Now, here's the really fun part. In September, when you purchase either a Hustler or Cub Cadet riding mower, CTE will either pay your sales tax or you'll receive the same value as the tax in free DeWalt products of your choice. CTE Outdoor Power, 95 at Perry Hill Road and CTEOutdoorPower.com.
Rich Thomas Weather, a service of Riverside Chevrolet Wetumpka. If it's Chevy, it's Riverside. Best price, best selection. Check them out on the web at riversideusa.net.
Well, hi, everybody. Be flexible with your plans this evening and over the weekend. There will be more scattered showers and thunderstorms around from time to time. Tonight, slow down to about 70. Over the weekend, we'll be in the mid-80s both days. Not a washout, and the best chance of showers and storms will be in the afternoon and evening hours. A slight chance of more showers on Monday. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
For the lowest prices around on flooring and DIY flooring installation supplies, Budget Floors and More is your new best friend. Luxury vinyl plank, carpet, ceramic tile, floor installation supplies, and more with prices lower than the big box stores. Budget Floors and More, Hunter Lane across from Del Rey to Publix.
Trustworthy, accurate, immediate. Carrying your voice across the river region. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everybody.
It is Friday.
Oh, happy Friday.
You gonna do some good eating this weekend?
No.
Really?
No, I'm going to stick to my regimen.
Really?
I was 210 this morning.
Joey, now you're just bragging. My scale batteries are dead, so I wasn't accurate reading.
Yeah, I've been lifting weights, doing the sauna workouts.
Yeah?
I've been feeling good this week. I'm a little tired today. I think I went too hard this morning.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sauna?
Yeah.
I don't know if that's sauna. I mean, I know it's working for you, but I worry what it's doing to your internal organs. Are
No,
you like
I'm
slowly
feeling good.
cooking?
No, I'm
Like
feeling
big
good.
crock potting over there?
At one point, heart rate spiked to 171.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had to relax for a second. Like, push myself too hard.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, you should stop by. Join me as a guest one day.
Or here's an idea. You could come outside, you know, on one of those hot days, and
okay,
we can do something. We'll do something, whether it's riding in the boat or what.
right.
But I got a feeling we'll burn as many calories.
No, I got a feeling that it's going to hurt if you ever did one
I'm
of
not
these
into the
things.
pain.
Yeah,
Just
it'll hurt.
not into the pain.
Like, even if you get better at it, it still hurts.
See, again, that would deter me so much because I thought it was supposed to get easier.
But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how the weekend goes.
Best luck for you.
You eating good?
In the neighborhood, buddy, I'm eating like a champ since Brenda has moved into our house. It's been an incredible weight gaining opportunity for Eddie.
There you go.
New cake every week. A new cake.
Hey?
I can't let it sit there.
What kind of cake have you had?
Let's see, sour cream pound cake. We had a banana pudding cake this past week. We had one the other last week or week before. It tastes just like a chocolate covered Krispy Kreme donut. I mean, so you can't let those things sit there.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, it's amazing.
All of that sounds good.
Yeah. Everybody needs some Brenda in their life. I'll be very honest.
Yeah, you know, my grandfather's been pulling tricks on me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I mean, first with the diet, he's like, oh, by the way, there's some, like, somebody dropped by some, like, pumpkin blondies with icing on the top. Like, I'm seriously not trying to eat anything
tell him what
like
you're
that.
trying to do?
Yes, yeah. And he's told me, yeah, but they're
there if you need them.
They're small. They're only like 180 calories for one.
Yeah, but can you eat just one?
I did. I just ate one.
Would you leave the building afterwards?
Yeah, and then I ate a protein Pop-Tart. Just to keep going. Because you eat one, you want to keep going.
Right,
I'm
you
like,
gotta have
let me go
something.
something different.
Good idea.
Oh, goodness. And then here's the other trick he pulled on me. We ate dinner. I made him a steak dinner for us. And he's like, you know, let's see what's on. Oh, let's watch the season finale of American Ninja Warrior. Like, we've been watching.
Oh, you've been watching that. Yeah.
All sorts of great stories. I still love the contestant. Well, you know, people always have backstories.
Oh, yeah,
like,
part of the
you
show.
know, I was actually born with cerebral palsy, and I'm now like one of the top competitors. Or I'm expecting father now. I really want to win that $1 million. Or, you know, I'm just trying to be a good example for my son. Like all these backstories. But one of my favorites was like some 20-year-old girl, and they're like, and by the way, her story is she has crippling anxiety. And I'm like, I don't disbelieve it.
Right.
But I'm like, and it's like right as she's gearing up to run the course, crippling anxiety. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, sure, let's watch the season finale. And as I sit on the couch, she goes, wait. Can you find NBA TV for me? I'm like,
NBA?
Yeah, sure. I can find it.
I thought we're done.
Because honestly, YouTube TV, he hasn't learned it fully yet. And so I find it pretty quick. And it's a WNBA game. And as the seconds continue to tick on the clock, I'm like, oh, yeah, there's Caitlin Clark.
So at least it was Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, but as the seconds kept ticking on that clock, I'm like, I was about to, I'm out. I'm not watching women's basketball with you. Sorry. And as I felt myself like pushing up from the couch, he goes, "Let's go to American Ninja Warrior."
If you watch NBA and then go to WNBA, you might as well be going to watch the local 5th and 6th graders play. I mean,
he loves sports, so he watches Little League World Series, watches WNBA, he watches NBA. Like he watches everything that's pretty much on. And sometimes I watch, sometimes I don't. It's like actually the bowling championships are kind of fun to watch. Talk about some.
I kind of remember those back in the late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, this was a few months back, but talk about some characters.
Is the comb over still popular?
No, one guy's got like a white boy fro.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and they got funky pants and like they're weird. That movie Kingpin.
I was going to say, does it kind of remind you of those guys? Really?
Yeah. So I watch all sorts of stuff, but I draw the line at women's basketball.
Why?
Especially the WNBA.
It's so exciting.
No, it's not.
Yes.
No, it is not.
Why you don't like low scoring games?
Yeah, well, he tricked me.
You like a lot of passes?
He tricked me into watching the WNBA for 5 minutes.
Maybe. Hey, here's an idea.
And he's trying to make me fat with the pumpkin brownies.
Maybe he saw all those women.
Yeah.
Realized Joey's still single. Said, I'm going to put a bunch of women in front of my grandson and look at the expression on his face.
Bunch of women taller than me.
Well, maybe that was it. See if you're intimidated by taller women.
Never. You like to rock climb? Sure.
It's got a cute little harness.
So we mentioned earlier, this was on Rogan's show. It's a guy named Robert Epstein.
Yes.
And he was the guy that revealed how Google was manipulating search results in order to favor Hillary Clinton, but favor whoever the preferred latest face of the blob is, of the corrupt oligarchy. And this is what transpired on Joe Rogan's program. He kind of sets it up by saying, I'm about to have a meltdown. Rogan's like, wait, people don't announce that.
I would like to have a meltdown right now on your show.
You want to have a personal meltdown?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I've never heard anybody plan for a meltdown before.
Well, I need to do this, and I think this is the right opportunity.
Okay.
And I don't know what I'm going to say.
Okay.
But I am definitely going to melt down.
Okay.
Okay. So I am completely fed up. I have worked day and night. I work about 80 hours a week. I'm directing almost 40 research projects. I've been working really hard for maybe 45 years. And the last 12 years where I've turned my eye to Google and other tech companies have turned into, for me personally, a disaster. So before I started studying Google, I had published 15 books with major publishers. Since I've started studying Google and other companies, I can't publish anymore. I used to write for and actually work for mainstream news organizations and media organizations. I was editor-in-chief of Psychology Today for 4 years. I was an editor for Scientific American. I wrote for USA Today and U.S. News and World Report and Time Magazine. But in 2019, after I testified before Congress about some of my research on Google, President Trump tweeted to his whatever millions of gazillions of followers basically some praise for my research. He got the details wrong. But then Hillary Clinton, whom I had always admired, chose to tweet back to her 80 million Twitter followers, and she tweeted that my work had been completely debunked and was based on data from 21 undecided voters. I still have no idea where any of that came from. Probably someone from Google, because Google was her biggest supporter in 2016. Yep. And this was 2019. And then that got picked up by this machine I'm told it's called the Clinton machine. And the New York Times picked that up without fact checking, and then 100 other places did. And I got squashed like a bug. Squashed. I had a flawless reputation as a researcher. My research reputation was gone. I was now a fraud. Even though I've always published in peer-reviewed journals, which is really hard to do. And there was nothing I could do about it. And all of a sudden, I found that the only places I could publish were in what I call right-wing conservative nutcase publications, where I've actually made friends over the years. I've made friends with them, but that's beside the point. I was crushed, and not only that, I've been discovering things. I've made at least 10 major discoveries about new forms of influence that the internet has made possible. These are controlled almost entirely by a couple of big tech companies, affecting more than 5 billion people around the world every single day.
So this guy's saying he clearly has been more of a Democrat his whole life, admired Hillary Clinton. And because he publishes research and Trump echoes it, he's destroyed. I would say it's bigger than the Clinton machine.
No doubt.
I would say it is the machine that so many are now discovering is a very real thing. You get on the wrong side of them, we don't care about your credentials.
Doesn't
we
have
don't
to be
care
fact-checked.
about your reputation. We will destroy you.
Yep.
He goes on. It gets worse.
Oh, it gets worse.
And I've discovered them. I've named them. I've quantified them. I've published randomized controlled studies to show how they work, published them in peer-reviewed journals. We just had another paper accepted yesterday. And I've built systems to do to them what they do to us and our kids. They surveil us and our kids 24 hours a day. Google alone does that over more than 200 different platforms, most of which no one's ever heard of. People have no idea the extent they're being monitored. They're being monitored if they have Android phones, they're being monitored even when your phone is off. Even when the power is off, you're still being monitored.
How do they do that?
Well, because remember when we could take the batteries out?
Yeah.
And then at some point they soldered them in?
Yeah.
Because they soldered the batteries in, even when you turn the phone off, it's not off. It's easy to demonstrate. It's still transmitting. Or it'll transmit the moment the power comes back on. It's still collecting data. So what am I trying to say here? Then my wife was killed in a suspicious car accident. This was also shortly after I testified before Congress in 2019. Right before she was killed, I did a private briefing for Ken Paxton, the AG of Texas, and other AGs at Stanford University. And one of those guys came out afterwards and he said, well, based on what you told us, Dr. Epstein, he said, I don't mean to scare you, but he said, I predict you're going to be killed in some sort of accident in the next few months. So I told you this before when I was on before, and obviously I wasn't killed, but my beautiful wife was killed. And, her vehicle was never inspected forensically, and then it disappeared from the impound lot. I was told it was sold to some junk company in Mexico. And that is one of now six incidents, of violence against people who are associated with me over the past few years. The last just happened a couple of weeks ago.
What was that one?
Well, this last one was kind of weird and creepy. And then I was at a meeting in Dallas, I think it was. Oh, no. It was up in Monterey. And it was with General Paxton and then with some of my staff. And one of my staff members sitting next to me, she all of a sudden just brushed her hand against my computer case, that's my computer case.
Small little case, normal looking case.
Yeah.
And she screamed. And we all went, what? What happened? And she goes, look. And there was a needle sticking out of the computer case, which is impossible. And it was going a half inch into her thumb. It had gone through the end. And of course, I'm thinking, oh, that's awful, but maybe you just saved my life. Maybe it's got some sort of weird poison on it, or it's like a Putin thing, and it's got,
Right.
radioactive substances or something. I'm trying to joke around, but meanwhile, she was terrified. How did a pin get, and by the way, I have a picture of the pin. It's really creepy. I've never.
So when you're saying a needle, you're not saying like a syringe. You're saying a needle like a sewing needle.
No, that's what I'm saying. None of us has ever seen a needle like this needle. It's about 2 inches long. The end is like it's been sharpened.
Okay.
You can see it sharpened, and at the end where there should be a hole for thread, there's no hole.
Okay.
So I don't know what it is. But we've had worse incidents too. I'm just saying this happened to be the latest.
But that's in your computer bag? Was your computer bag ever out of your care?
Well, not that I noticed, but
I mean, if somebody wanted to harm you, a little needle, it's not really.
Oh, I don't think that's someone wanting to harm me.
What do you think that is?
Well, if it's anything, it's someone wanting to scare me.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact is, I have been scared, and so have a lot of my staff. This summer, we've had 26 interns. They come from all over the country. 23 of these people were volunteers. And fantastic young people, extremely smart, helping me run almost 40 research projects.
Mm-hmm.
And there is, we take precautions, and there is some fear. And one of these young men, who's done superb work, he asked that we take his name off of everything. He didn't quit, but he's just saying
right.
Because
sounds reasonable.
Yeah, because there have been a number of incidents, and if I were, did you ever hear of John Catsimatidis?
Listen to this, John Catsimatidis.
No.
Okay, he owns a ton of supermarkets in New York. He also owns WABC New York. But I was at a luncheon with him. I shouldn't do this on the air. I shouldn't do this. But he actually said, to make a long story short, that if he were Google, he would kill me.
Yep. The fact that it can be said so casually and told by two different people to him, disturbing to say the least.
Yeah.
And these are capitalists. These aren't murderers, that by no means, as far as you and I know.
Yeah, well, this is not just the Clinton machine. I think it is the machine.
Yeah.
It is.
And
it's not, everything isn't what it appears to be. And most folks don't run up against this because you don't do research like this guy did and publish it. But when you get on the wrong side of particular people, better believe that things people have been doing since the dawn of time have not gone away. And in fact, they've become more sophisticated.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hey, Montgomery, ready to have some fun and support a great cause? Join us as WAKA celebrates 10 amazing years of Tickled Pink at the Tickled Pink Out Party. On Saturday, September 28th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m., head down to Riverwalk Stadium. It's going to be a day packed with family-friendly fun for everyone. Over 70 local vendors will be there offering shopping, health and wellness info, and more. We've got a kids area with bounce houses, RC fun, games, and even your favorite characters. And for the football fans, we haven't forgotten you. Check out the Man Cave area to catch the college games. Hungry? Numerous food trucks and concessions will be ready to serve up delicious eats all day long. Plus, we're giving away cash and prizes. And don't miss the big moment. Our Survivor Makeover winner will be revealed with a stadium parade honoring all breast cancer survivors. So grab your pink gear and join us. All proceeds go to the Cancer Wellness Foundation. Kids 12 and under get in free. Go to WAKA.com to purchase your tickets today. Let's paint the town pink, Montgomery.
Don't you love the feeling of coming home to a clean house? Let Southern Bell's cleaning service get your home in order. Families in the River region trust Southern Bell's because they know Callan and Jesse will show up on time and believe in cleaning the old-fashioned way. They bring all their own supplies and specialize in full-service, residential, commercial, vacant properties, and construction cleanup. Estimates are always free. Call Southern Bells today at 546-0715 or follow them on Facebook at Southern Bells Cleaning River Region.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
All the headlines the mainstream media won't touch. Your News Talk station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. Let's go right to the phones and talk to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Man, we are doing great. How about you guys?
Good.
Hanging in here.
It was a day for all the family to come by from Hardaway. So it's been like a family reunion here today, which was an awful lot of fun.
I bet.
Have y'all ever been to Hardaway?
I have not.
No.
You go to the dog track, you hang a right, you go way on out there till you see this tree, and then you're going to take another right. And then you're going to go all the way till it ends, and then you're in Hardaway. It's the best place. That's where, I'm telling you, God just made a very special place when he created Hardaway.
That tree, is it an oak tree, or is it a pine tree, or is it a sycamore tree?
I think it's an oak tree. It's about 100 years old. Just look for the knotty tree.
Gotcha.
Okay? But once you get past the church, you got to be really careful for potholes.
Ah.
Literally, we sent somebody out there to work on a lawnmower, and they had a big old truck, and they blew out the whole tire. And that business going on.
That is frustrating, Ray.
Yeah. Every time I go with Dad, I usually drive pretty quickly through there.
Yeah.
It's quickly. And he's holding on for dear life because he knows the potholes are coming in. I play like a game where I'm dodging them all.
Yeah.
He don't find it funny whatsoever. Oh, but it brings back memories. Hey, but listen, if you want some good memories for your kids,
yeah,
it starts with the floors. Because if you put in the wrong floor, then you're going to be a floor Nazi and they can't have fun on it.
That's true.
So let's put some floors in for the kids to have good memories about running around the house, roller skating, doing whatever they want to do, spilling drinks. It's all good. But it starts with that phone call, 285-8117.
Folks, again, that number is 285-8117. Do it for the children. And when you call 285-8117, hey, say, I heard Ray on the radio, and I'm doing this for the kids.
Hey, and good news, I don't have to go up on my prices after Sailor got that scholarship, so we're going to save you even more money.
Oh, even better.
Awesome.
I don't have to pay for college anymore, so I'm too excited.
Well, appreciate the time, Ray.
Have a great day.
You too, Ray. See you, brother.
Weekend. Well, we're pretty much out of time. Did we learn anything today?
I thought I had wrote something down.
Time limit on phone calls?
Yeah, learned a little bit about that. And darn, I thought I had wrote something down for real. I learned something early on. Oh, well. We'll go back and watch the replay. See if we catch it.
I'm out of here. Greg Vidal. He's next.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana News.